When we last left off, our intrepid heroes climbed to the peak of the tower. Then they talked to a couple of birds, and then came back down the tower. You
Yep.
have exhausted basically all of your resources. Vale has like 2 hit points and no vitality. Everyone has pretty much congregated in Amelie's study and are passing out wherever it is that they can. And yeah, your evening sleep comes easily. Yeah, it is a perfect time to betray Vale. If anyone wants to murder her, this is your prime opportunity. Just letting you know.
You know what would be good? Well, she has advantage on the save, so I can get her more vitality, and by giving her some drugs.
I don't think she really needs it.
Or we can just
Just take a
sleep.
long rest.
That's
take a
for
long
cowards.
rest.
Yeah, but sleep is good.
See, you can sleep. Your 20 encounter gauntlet is complete.
God, I really lost 20 encounters. Fuck.
Eh.
What a run.
And you
What a
you
rush.
bypassed several of them, so good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily.
Somehow.
Yeah. We needed to.
With the base, which like with drugs and basic chemistry.
Yeah.
With drugs,
Luckily, in some
chemistry, and
cases,
Ashe's penis.
skillfully in others.
Yeah. Don't discount the
Geometry.
contribution of the Twink deck. That helped a lot.
Yeah.
It did stop a major
Oh, yeah.
encounter.
Yep, that was
Almighty
definitely,
tweenus.
like
The tweenus.
premium.
Listen, it can get me into a lot of problems, but it can also get me out of a lot of problems too.
That's why you practice
Premium
rigorous
Yes, we're-
push-ups whenever the cage
we-
is off. Gotta keep it strong.
We will see whether this was an into or out of in the future.
I mean, that was an inning and some outing, really, for like an extended period of time.
Lots of inning and outing.
I mean, at least
Don't
in the
worry,
short
I call this lady trouble. Why? Because she got me into it and out of it regularly.
in the short term, it's gotten us out of trouble. In the long term, we'll find out.
That sounds like
Yeah.
a password to me.
But I will say this. This run has been expensive.
Yes.
I'm kind of glad because otherwise we just gather fucking resources and never spend them. Like, holy shit, I had to use
Yeah, I mean,
like, all my
I was
consumables.
glad to.
I had a fucking
Yeah.
super potion that I hadn't used until now. I don't even know what fucking
Mhm.
session I got that one in, but it was a long ass time
Which
ago.
one?
The ether healing, the level 2 ether healing. Like, it was fucking ridiculous. The one you have to make a con save against drunk for.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
dude, you
ages
got-
ago.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah, it was
fucking
a-
yonks ago. I finally actually had to use that resource.
Well, it's not so much. It's just
Hey,
I see like a wall, and I see all the money just fly away there with little wings there, and be like, goodbye.
Oh yeah,
I
if I open
finally
my pouch,
used-
I'll get butterflies, but you know, whatever.
I finally used all the lamp oil I bought at the start of the campaign, guys.
You sure
Because you
did.
fucking
True
blew
and
up.
big.
Sure did.
You didn't use it up. It got used up.
It was used for you.
It was used.
It was
It
used
did get
on me.
used.
Thank you very much.
But yeah, come morning, you will all awaken at your various times to Kate, like, making some fireplace breakfast. Got them eggs out.
Yep.
Galen is
Oh, I get
still
to hit the long rest button. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Galen
I'm
is still
strong.
fast asleep, just slumped against Vale. And Guinevere likewise is sprawled out on a couch, just face down, snoring.
Face down. ASAP.
If
Guinevere?
Amelie slept, she made no
Guinevere.
sign of it, and you find her awake, sipping tea, legs crossed on her couch. Presumably Thelerien is like slumped down next to her, surrounded by
Yeah,
gargoyles and
yes,
doggo.
yeah, I was.
Slump.
Yep. I had like just Scruffles on top, like a little, like just a big dog blanket.
Yeah, and I'll keep Tiana. Tiana got a couch for herself with Arlene
Ye-
over here. Because Tiana is allergic to dogs.
Yep. At some
You're-
point, Thel woke up with the sun as usual, but she's completely fucking pinned this time.
Yeah, just huge, huffy dog on top of you, breathing hard into your face.
They do love doing that.
They do indeed.
It is important that the first thing you see when you wake up is dog.
Yep. It's just that's just good for the soul, you know. I have to like reach over and get into my bag so I can pull out like a doggy toothbrush that I've made for him. You know.
It slobbers all over it.
Oh, of course.
Then slobbers all over your face. Slurp, slurp, slurp.
Double, of course. It's all par for the course. That's how that's supposed to go. It's fine. As long as you wash it off, it's good for the skin.
It's just going to wake up from his sitting lotus position and just slowly uncurl and stretch
Crack, crack,
some of the
crack,
morning
crack.
stretches.
As usual, you gotta shake the last of the popcorn in the bag.
Well, at least it's not like like crunchy gravel in the knees. It's just like a pop-up. Even for being goddamn ancient, he's not exactly unlimber. Because he can actually get up from the floor without, groaning and needing to support himself on a pillar.
Yeah, you two are probably the first ones to wake up amongst your crew. You are very sore.
Yeah, the fucking bitch kicking I got from the rabbit. From the hare. Wouldn't surprise
No, I
if
thought that was kind of fun.
I wouldn't be surprised if we had it healed up, we would have bruises the shape of giant hair paws.
The world hard and cold, no longer soft and warm.
I'm
Ashe
feeling
says
pretty
as he's
soft and
sleeping
warm,
on the
but
floor.
I'm pinned.
Brother, I am pinned.
So it's just gonna have to feed coffee to me through like a straw.
Kate will come over, hand a plate of breakfast to Ruby, and then just two-handed heave Scruff off you.
Huh?
Flump.
Flump. Thank you.
There you go.
There's no blood. There is just a poof noise.
Yeah, there's a very particular dog noise that's a thwomp. I'm gonna get upright before Scruffles because he has a chance to leap back onto me.
He will simply put head on lap.
Of course. That's how he can receive the meat parts of my food. If I didn't hunt it, he gets the meat.
Yeah, Kate has one sausage link that's already been pre-cut up for you on the side of your egg plate.
Nice, nice.
Go around.
That's a very comfortable awakening for me. A little bruising still aside. How'd everyone else sleep?
Pretty okay.
I got a baby.
Excellent. I take it Galen and Vale have been out cold all night.
Think so.
Seemingly so. Well, let them rest. They did good work.
Oh yeah, no, they absolutely deserve as much sleep as they can get.
You
I
know,
just,
you
I
know,
don't know,
Vale
I
is a
get.
heavy sleeper.
Oh yeah. Historically, she's always she
Yep,
has
yep.
thus far in
Yeah,
this
she's a
adventure been the
victim.
slowest to wake every time.
Now she's a heavy sleeper, but is she a heavy snorer as well, or
No. Why would she be snoring?
I'm asking Gina.
I don't think she snores.
No, she got that fucking, the ridge, the dragon ridge there.
Oh, you're right.
Keeps
Yeah,
a nice breeze.
she has she actually doesn't have the palate that makes you snore because she can breathe dragon ice. I guess she can't snore.
Yeah.
Anti-snoring technology.
Yeah, it's like when people surgically get that. Like the snoring surgery is just putting a scar on that palate so that it doesn't flop down and make snoring.
Huh.
Yeah, she has.
Okay then.
That's
Yeah,
so
get
cool.
learnt some biology.
Right. So
Hmm.
I thought about last night, and I remembered now this morning. I should probably do a sending to Lavanya to get her to let the Chancellor and like Duke and Duchess know we found Tiana.
That's a
Yeah,
good point.
be a good idea.
Very good point.
Yeah, we wouldn't be wanted to be,
Yeah, they might
No,
treat us like
brutally.
abductors otherwise.
yeah.
Yeah. So I will go ahead and attempt that. And I already have the message already planned out for Lavanya. Let me just copy it down so I can paste it in the chat. I already counted. It's less than 25 words.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. Good news.
Excellent.
Since we're heading up to Moosebarrow, we'll probably end up finding someone there that will be taking you back to the capital, Tiana.
As you
Oh,
look
no, no,
over,
she's
fell asleep.
Tiana's just has her head in Arlene's lap and still passed right out.
Yeah, well, once we're in Moosebarrow, there'll be someone that can get her back to the capital.
I still have
That's
some
good.
more powdered milk if you want to make Tiana a nice morning cortado.
Do we need to give the kid more coffee?
We probably shouldn't.
Yes,
Well-
yes, caffeinate the child.
I've always
No, but you,
assumed that if we caffeinate her now, then she'll be able to sleep normally when night comes by keeping her essentially
it's
juiced while she's groggy.
check what time is it? Hard to tell.
It is hard to
Is
tell.
there
There's no
a
windows
clock in
in
here? Do you have a clock in here, Amy?
I do not, but it is sunrise.
Oh,
I know that much. My body clock never really does me wrong in that regard. But my head wakes up first.
If
Yeah,
I
it
did
does.
have a
I bet
clock,
it
I'd
does.
say it was a little past 6.
Oh, okay.
oh,
No
that
need to
was-
rush them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no need for coffee.
need
Make her a
coffee,
sweet
huh?
drink for breakfast, but no coffee.
For sure. Thelerien will finish her food and she's about to like get up to clean the plate and she's like, "What? There's a dog in front of me." She just puts the plate on the floor so Scruffles can clean it.
what they do.
How far? And can I see the map for a sec? I actually forgot how long our journey is to Moosebarrow.
It's
Sure.
not too far.
It's
It's
like
like
a
4
it's a
hexes
day
over,
and
I
a
want to
half.
say.
Yeah, it's not long.
It's like a
Oh,
stone
3
toss away.
hexes.
Yeah, it's a day and a half.
That's not a hard journey then.
Yeah.
Though it does
We're on the
hug
grass
the
plains, so-
forest pretty tightly.
Yeah, it's a little bit
Yeah,
dangerous
it
how
hugs
close it
the
is to
forest, but we just don't have to be close to the forest. Just where to get.
I can't remember. Was it more dangerous to go around the mountain or over this section of mountain? I know we've been through this fucking palaver of a conversation before. I've
I
done all
think
the
it's
necessary
over
checks.
it.
Was it quicker? Was it safer over it but slower?
In these mountains, yes. Considering you're so close to the forest,
Yeah.
it's probably safer to go just like over the foothills.
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes
it'll take time
Yeah.
for Tiana's escort to get to Moosebarrow. We might as well take the safer route while we've got a child with us,
Yeah,
even though it'll
Yeah.
take us a bit
Yeah.
longer.
because they're most likely sending either
Agreed.
someone from Crania itself, or probably more likely from Rove if they have somebody there.
I suspect they'd pull people from
Or-
Rove's estate.
Yeah, or if they if they have anybody visiting Wolf's Estate or Moosebarrow, who would be heading back Carania ways.
Yeah. In that direction would be like. At least we have the lake within sight.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about losing my way. One way up, one way
Yeah.
down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. So mostly to use that as a fixture point for not going to sway to the wrong direction.
I suppose. In general, though, when you're high up, you can see. You don't really tend to see much of the ground below, depending on your height. And if it's foggy over the lake, it will look the same as everywhere around us, trees included. So, I'd
It'll
say,
be
if
nice.
anything, our best bet for keeping going in the right direction is the fact that there are islands that float over the forest. Those are a fantastic reference I've found recently. Don't know how they got there, but they have been very useful for me.
Yeah, it'll be
Oh,
nice having some
That's a
easy
funny
travel for
story.
once. And
yeah. That's
Do tell.
Well, last time the world was on the verge of ending, reality itself was tearing apart at the seams. Kate'll lean over and noogie Ashe. Our parents went to help solve the problem, but before they could, little bits and pieces of other places sort of slipped through the cracks. A bunch of them started floating over the forest here. And other weird stuff's going on around magical places like it all over the world.
Wild.
Yep.
I guess it would be a
Um,
nature to think, oh, those chunks of the
Yeah.
elemental planes. I think nature makes sense for planes, wouldn't it?
No, it'd be Arcana for the planes.
yeah,
Really? Even if
LD,
they're elemental ones? Because that's most of
Even if,
all
yeah.
of Druid
Oh.
summoning.
Yeah,
okay.
because it's still
I thought all
Arcana.
of the primal summoning was still that.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
guess
knowing
it's
stuff
not
Once they've
about
invested-
summoning.
Hmm.
Man, with
Yeah.
13, it's
I get it,
possible,
yeah.
but you'd have to actually examine the chunks to know for sure.
Yeah, this was just basically whether I speak up as though I know what I'm talking about and stuff. Like, I don't know then, are those what chunks of where spirits come from?
Unsure, but on LD's investigating them in her free time.
Very good. I assume
Well-
Aunt LD is good at magic and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, spirit chunks.
it's also the fact that the different types of magic cause a sort of like cacophonous resonance.
In
It's not
simple
It's-
terms, please.
a bit close to wild magic pockets.
Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, I'm still working on my rune, and cacophonous resonance means I recognize two of the words a little. Is that like loud
Yeah.
smashing? I mean I recognize the word as loud smashing, Steve.
Yes, but it's the very types of magic are interacting in a disharmonious way instead of like flowing normally. So you can cast
Okay.
one type, one specific type, or many of them are just clashing.
Oh,
causing
I understand
chaos.
what you mean by that part. It's just quite literally, I didn't know the Arunan meaning for the term
Oh, it's
cacophonous
academic.
resonance. Yeah, exactly. It just spreads her hands
Sorry.
helplessly. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
more what I
sorry.
was. I get that part. I just the actual
Yeah.
words. Sorry. I
Okay,
will
my
then explain
apologies.
to to Amy. I am a little bit behind on my Arunan language. Very just recently got to terms with literacy.
Spiritual.
Your accent gave it away.
No.
Fair. Yes.
God damn
Otherwise,
it,
I mean, if you
Gardeford.
speak, I'll swap. Like, if you speak Aelven, I'll swap to Language. Or if you happen to know the quick speak of Lang, it's short and buzzy and tuney.
She will, she will say something to you in Draconic and then
That's
in
kind of pussy.
Celestial instead.
Snaps her fingers in a darn.
What'd she say?
What,
Draconic.
what did she
I
say
speak
in
Draconic.
Celestial?
In Draconic, she said, I'm afraid I only speak the tongue of dragons, in Celestial, or the mother of all dragons.
Nice.
Oh, well, they speak those languages, so that's nice. Maybe they'll be able to help me learn. Or you yourself. I suppose that raises the question, would you like to travel with us directly, or stay in a city now that you've got your freedom from the tower?
I don't know. That's rather exciting all on its own. It's been so long since I could just decide for myself. Honestly, forgotten most of my grand plans for what I'd do when someone won their wish. Stopped believing in it decades ago.
Well, now you have all the time in the world to figure it out again.
True, but in the meantime, I suppose, what do you want to do with me?
I can think of a few things, but that's not very polite. But we've got. You're all a bad influence on me.
I know I am. And you're going to be influenced more. Don't worry about it.
When was the last time you actually got interred in the tower, so to speak?
I'm sorry, what was the question exactly?
How
How
long
long have you
ago
been
was
here?
it?
How long have I been here overall? Oh, gods. Let's see, what year is it now? 1577? So about 150 years.
Oh, so
Give
shortly
or
before
take.
the last end of the world happening.
Wow.
Yes, around that time.
No. How about a date in Moosebarrow? I suppose if you're, interested in going on to the capital from then, you'd be able to join Tiana's escort. But spending some time with you first would be nice.
That I can agree to, though there's not much to do in Moosebarrow. So,
Probably not, but yeah, I'm sure we'll find something to do.
there's always a picnic.
And I'll put up, yeah, I like before any of the last few members of the party say anything, I'll like put up a finger like, yeah,
What? I wasn't going to
Dave.
imply anything this time.
Okay, all right.
I didn't.
Yes, I do
Maybe
love
if
a
we knew
picnic.
anybody in Moosebarrow.
You ought to behave a
I
little
know a
bit.
few people, but not the fun types for the most part.
What, the
Mm,
researchers or...
No, very dour knights, very obsessed with protecting their land and their honor, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, familiar with the type.
Mm-hmm.
The town
That would
breeds a
relax
hardy
all of them.
folk, though there is a lovely vineyard there, I suppose.
Could go for a picnic overlooking the vineyard.
That sounds lovely.
Now, tell me, you are the moon consort, as it were. Are you partial to evening picnics, or would you like to see the sunset?
I haven't seen the sun in what feels like forever, so let's go with that.
All right.
Now, just get it dun, 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 dun.
Suppose I will go fetch my belongings.
And just get you know the theme for like the tequila song.
The what? Sorry, I didn't hear that properly.
Oh, the tequila
You know
song?
the theme. You know the song for the you know the theme for the tequila song.
Oh yeah, the tequila song. Yes.
Yes. And it just does that all the way here and just gets out a small little bottle. It's almost like a vial size. It's a clear liquid
Hey.
in it. Holds
I
it
assume
out
you mean the
towards-
classic, the champs one.
that has like the only thing that is
Hey, tequila.
no the one that no the one that they only say tequila and then a lot of music. Tequila. You know,
Yeah,
like
that is this.
Okay,
yeah,
now
that's
I
the
know
one by the
what you're
champs.
talking about.
Yeah.
The one you do that little beat is like, now I understand it. Now it's
Yeah,
click.
now
Yeah.
I can hear it.
Tequila. Ba-da-ba-ba. Yeah, that is that one. Yeah, that's by the champs.
yeah,
Oh my
that
god,
one.
they look like
He-
such dogs. I forgot that was cool back then. Look at them.
he-
They're wearing fucking sweater vests and red suits and driving dirt bikes instead of real motorbikes. They're so cool.
Yeah, and it does it just started hearing that in his head halfway through and started jiggy and just holds out the vial for her.
She will reach out and take it with a couple toes. And what is this?
Sunblock.
That's a good point.
I'm not going to burn outside, probably, most likely.
Yeah.
We're still in the middle of a drought. There is not going to be any cloud cover from the sun. And we're going up in a mountain.
And you have
Yeah,
not
it
seen
is
the
kinda
sun
hot
in
out.
A long old while.
yes. So it also has a nice long affecting, slow releasing moisturizer also. So it's good for your skin.
Well, thank you, Doctor. I suppose I should also get a parasol from upstairs as well.
Probably wouldn't hurt.
Good plan.
Well,
And perhaps some shoes.
Yes. You should probably wear some shoes.
Me in real life, like, nah, let them piggies free.
I can't take it up
gotta keep them grippers out.
Yeah. Keep
No,
the
you're going to
dogs
town. You
out.
can't let your wife show those off for free.
You know what? That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to charge for that.
To be fair, though, Pale Moon Goth, I'm pretty sure there's an OnlyFans out there for her.
Only things. I guess I have all my vit back now. My God.
Yeah, you have it all back now. Now
Time
you
to
can spend it to get back HP.
spend 4 of it to get my HP back.
Wait, no.
No.
That's, you restore HP as from long rest too.
No, you don't.
Oh, you
You
don't?
have to
don't.
spend
Oh.
vitality.
Nope.
Yep.
Well then.
Yeah.
Well then.
Let me just.
Well,
I get
1, 2, 3, 4.
I get all my shit and I get all my alchemical admixtures, so I can help y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh.
hey Kira, well,
What?
how much does that? Oh, look at that juicy fucker!
Fucking double eights. Yeah, you already.
Jesus.
This is the strong concoction. Your strongest
Well,
potions.
That'll definitely. I mean, that'll save me 2 vit, I guess.
It's a powerful,
Yeah, that was sort of. Yeah, let me just.
powerful healing.
Yeah, let me just do
Oh
this
my
shit.
god, what's
Be
going
like,
on?
oh, what?
That
A
was a
a
wake
little
up
bit too
call.
much
for
juice in
Raymond.
the morning. Wow, the big hat is definitely a powerful choice.
Jesus, that's a hat.
Heck
That's a
yeah.
hat and a half.
It's the hallmark of a powerful witch.
Good God.
The shade
It's true.
hat.
No one's gonna fuck with you with a hat on.
And
Also,
I know,
don't think you're gonna need a parasol.
There we go. I'm handing this out.
These are still dangerous lands.
It-
I would like my hands free. She will gently
Literally-
push the sides of her robe open to reveal a pair of like silver stilettos. And drop
Ooh.
it
I
back
thought you were about to
away.
say like 2 fucking guns. She's strapped.
I mean, she does also have like a big old scepter under there, but the knives make the point.
You know, a
But
parasol
Tish.
staff would look very good for a wizard or a witch. Now I think about it.
A what, sorry?
An implement in the form of a parasol.
Yes, I had one of
Like
those once,
for
but
magical beach witches.
gave it away.
Oh.
Don't tend to hang on to things very often.
Makes sense, I suppose.
Possessions are rather fleeting. Surprised I have any money laying around.
If you didn't, I'd be happy to pay your way a while. I've got some amount left over from adventuring and good deed doing.
Please, this arrangement would be rather sad if I immediately became a parasite. I can take care of myself.
Yeah, if you're sure.
Heft a little coin purse wrapped around her belt. I do have a few coins left over, at least. Enough to pay my way.
That said, we
Alright,
should
and if you're
find
sure.
a job that pays out some. We got a decent amount of cash still going, but with our ambitions, we probably need more.
Well, to be honest, there
Nice.
might be a. Oh, goodness knows what we'll find in a carry. Probably quite
That's
a
true.
lot. I say we worry about paying gigs after we've come back from the big thing. Putting lots of
Well,
small
it-
jobs on our plate might not be in our best favor.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still need to just check the local area to get to Korea to begin with.
Yeah.
And then we still have finger snaps that staff of stone tower.
Indeed. Desperately want to
Oh.
help with that one for Lady Alba. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I have to ask, when are we gonna think about collecting?
Collecting what,
Collecting?
sorry?
Yeah, need a bit more definition.
Collecting that promise.
Before
Oh,
kind-
spring.
in the spring, we need to, well,
Oh yeah.
we basically
We
just
have
need to be as ready as possible, and I think spring is about as late as we can get away with.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather we do it before spring. Because if
Really?
we
Because
can
if we're
get
going into a place that's so terribly dangerous as that, I would have at least liked to have spent the winter with the people that I care about.
Mm-hmm.
yes, but
And that
not
and
because
gestures
not
at
before it
Tori's belly.
becomes. Yes, but not before it becomes full spring because
Oh
then the
yeah. No,
drop
we
is
don't
already
plan to
gone.
go late spring, but
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's why I'm
after the
thinking
winter.
like yeah. There's a small window before it actually becomes early spring. It's still a bit more wintry. That should be like the most optimal time because of if we can get the moisture going here before everything starts mud flowing or drying up even more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I can see Scruffles in my in my mind's eye so clearly.
I look at him.
He's so precious. I love him.
Yeah. Well, it'll give us time to get everything. Well, most of what we can do finished, but it's a little bit.
Understood.
Yeah.
Yeah, because while I might enjoy our excursion and discovery and getting constantly kicked in the head,
It definitely
I
grows on
do-
you.
yeah, no, it doesn't. It actually does the opposite. I
Sure
very
it
much
does. A
dislike
fresh concussion is how you tell the old concussions you're disappointed in them.
it takes away time from research and studies and
Fair.
experimentation. Sadly, I do not have any portable space with me that has a full decked out research laboratory.
Well, that sounds like something you could solve yourself, Doctor. A little money.
Yes, with
That sounds like a cool magic thing to
money?
have.
There'll probably be some small reward for returning Tiana, and I mean, I at the very least have like 600 gold I can hand to you if you need it.
Yeah, but that kind of thing is,
More than enough, I would,
would say,
think.
it would be more money than all of us combined.
How much do you expect it to require?
Considering you'll be making basically a demi-plane of some kind, or extra dimensional space.
Yep.
Quite a bit.
There's something in the 30 plus thousand.
No, okay, fair enough.
I could, if I had help, cut down the time it would take to make it.
Not the resources, I understand.
No, what you need
Yeah,
for
I
cutting
could
down
cut-
that is parts and monsters and everything like that.
Yeah, I could also improve, like, do more efficient refinements of the very magical architecture for that would cut down the cost a bit, but it's still in an excess of tens of thousands.
Maybe even a soulstone if you could find one that fitted, but that's probably a very rare find, really.
Yeah, but then we also need 1,000 gold pieces of gem to capture this one too, which we already have one filled.
Mm-hmm.
And we have no more.
Suffice to say, out of our current capabilities.
Quite a bit. Our character, everyone just looks at the fucking Skow and the crew. They'll be like, oh, I don't know. I got too much fucking magical items. I don't know what to do.
Look, I just need time in that game to actually imprint like the soulstones onto my equipment. I just haven't had the time.
I know, it's there's a lot of things, and there's...
I have a gun being made, and it will get big enchantments when we get back to Dorado.
Yeah.
Dorado?
Dreams are crossing. What's a gun?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
No, like I said, it was...
But yeah.
Oh, understood. Well, wakey.
Yeah, your best bet will be finding monster parts that would fit the criteria, though I'm not even sure there's monsters that really would fit that.
Yeah, they would have to be planar beings.
Something like that, or
So as you
something
can
that
see-
makes a own little area or cuts off a space of world. So long as it
Yeah.
has symbology to it, it works.
Yeah, which, as you would understand, there's no nothing very weak can access or manifest that kind of power.
Yeah.
So still, that creek, both in the finances or the magical components.
Yeah. I get you. Still looking for other magical components myself and having to find monsters for that.
Well, if we can find some slives, at least I can start working on the petrification, protection for petrification.
Well, it's been at least an hour or so now. Let's start getting people up and
Let's start
Getting
waking
ready.
Valen, the girls up.
yeah, I'll get Gwen up as well. That way she can see us off and everything like that and know that everything's okay.
I, it's just gonna mage hand, gently wake Arlene up.
Yeah, you can wake the various girls up.
I just staying at the range because I don't think Tiana's gonna react well. It's like, good morning. It's like,
Good
Yeah,
morning, the beat monster!
Take
It's real!
Must be taken.
Good morning.
Eileen will do a
At
big
least,
stretch. Tiana sort of blearily opens her eyes. Gwen will get up with a start, up on her knees on the couch, look around. Oh, that wasn't a dream after all.
Nope, not at
Good
all.
morning.
No, you really
You-
did it.
You made the wish.
Yep. Congratulations, Princess of the Tower. You saved everyone from a kraken.
She will make the sign of the Morgan over herself and nod.
I believe his name was Philip. Phil McCracken.
Excellent.
man, the Kraken.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, we are planning to leave the tower soon, but felt we should get you up beforehand.
Yes, I suppose you will be leaving and I will be staying.
Yeah. But, hey, you ever need anything, or any help with the tower, stuff like that, we're only ascending away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sendings. That's
Yeah.
definitely something I know how to do.
It's something you'll get to learn how to do during the tower. I
I'll
imagine.
just
You can
the
learn
many,
them
many
all.
spell books. You've got plenty of time to learn.
Many spell books. I'm sure at least one of them has sending, if not plenty of them.
Right, yes. I have no idea what being the Witch of the Tower entails, but I've got a bright enough mind. I'm sure I can teach myself wizardry. That is requirement.
I don't know if it's a
Look
requirement,
to
but I
Emily.
mean,
Is there any recommended reading in here for her to get her started?
Or
I'm
like
sure I can
a
find some
guidebook.
things, but truth be told, there's nothing stopping you from just being yourself. I'm sure there's divine moonlight magic somewhere out there. If the tower doesn't just give you
Makes-
what you need, it did for me. I wasn't half as capable a spellcaster as I am now when I came here. Even as I feel the tower fading from me, I still believe I am more potent than I was.
that makes sense given all the magic that you would have learned and read about in here.
Learning can only go so far. There's a certain power in the
Infusion.
blood, experience. But we'll see.
It's the same way like you
Definitely
same way
felt
like you
that as we've
train
been
a
going.
muscle.
Yes, that's a good way to think about it.
We've definitely felt that as we've been doing adventures. Feels magic and powers have been growing by leaps and bounds.
It does do that, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Really helpful for learning.
Yes, I've even heard some dragons set aside their natural powers to go adventuring in hopes to take advantage of that exponential growth.
That'd be cool.
One way to go about it, I guess.
If they have the patience, they can just take it leisurely.
To you, Thalialba will lean over couch, put arms around your shoulders. Well, if you're going to putter around in Moosebarrow, I'd better get walking towards that tower. Since my ambitions here are over, I might as well join you on that expedition.
Makes sense.
Give me some time to clear my head.
Of course. Let's see here. Before she steps away as well, I will give her one last fixer-upper Mendero, and give her the rest of my stone polish so that she can keep herself feeling all shiny and nice.
Thank you.
You can always mix up more later.
I'll see if I can find some of the materials on the way. Well, come along, Ruby. Got a long walk ahead of us. Although we'll take the control rod from you and just saunter out.
Have a good one. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The felt feeling a lot better now that Alba has a tank to keep her company.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every time we've met Alba, she's been through a bit of a fucking ringer.
Yeah, she's been getting beaten up.
Yeah.
Yeah, solo
First time
wizarding is hard.
we met her. Yeah, first time we
Solo
met her
punch
in
wizarding is
campaign, I spent the next 3 hours fixing up just an adventure's worth of
chips and
scratches and chips.
scratches.
Yeah. So now she gets a tank.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So,
Well,
let's get everybody ready and get a move on.
no, we just give it. Just rock. Get it. Wake.
5 more minutes, mother.
Just sling him over Tori's back.
That'll be easiest.
Instead of smelling salts, you have to waft whiskey under his nose.
And no, you just walk whiskey and he'll start floating towards cartoon.
Oh, like a
eyes.
fucking
Yeah,
Looney
like old
Tunes.
Eyes, yeah.
Yeah, looking like Pepe Le Pew.
So how does one get Galen onto Tori back?
Just fucking sling him over like a sack of potatoes. Just do the old arms underneath his armpits and just whoomp.
Flopped over uncomfortably.
Yeah. Just literally fucking roll him over like he's a dead body in Red Dead Redemption. Just
Yep.
And what's the
lift him
worry? And
over
given the
the
fact,
back of the horse.
given how wide Tori is, it'd be like he could just lay, splayed like an X.
Nah,
Sleep
he's
on her
getting
back.
Nah, he's getting put over. He's being fireman carried on her back, basically. That's how I'm
Over
putting him
like
on
a
there.
pig.
He's luggage now.
No.
Yeah, he's luggage.
He did us good. He did us good.
He
Okay.
is. But,
Yeah,
if we
it
leave him in
doesn't-
this
it-
position,
it-
then he can't choke on his tongue.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he can't choke on his tongue if it's like, like face sideways, and then like he has, like when you're laying down with like an X. Your arms and legs splayed a bit like that. So he's wide enough for him to sleep like that.
I don't think so. When Tori's moving, I think it's safer to just have him like laid over her back, like you would, but like luggage.
Yep. Can't go anywhere like that. It's good enough for luggage. It's good enough for Galen.
I resemble that remark.
No, you don't. You're like... Man, luggage is wrong. I don't have the words for it, but, I'm sure there's a more fitting term. You know those, like, large carrier pouches you can get, and you put the small dogs in them so you can carry them around with you? Like that. We need to get Tori a saddlebag that's Galen-sized. Just a big sling.
That'd be wild.
Hey, papoose.
Yep, the Galen papoose. I wonder if you could use like a hammock and you just put it up against Tori's side around it. She wears the top of the hammock like a satchel strap.
That reminds me of the baby centaur carriers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That's
carry
awesome.
him in the centaur sling.
Yeah, the centaur sack.
I mean,
Love those.
that would work.
I'm not sure Galen wants the centaur sack. I mean, maybe. No one's ever asked.
Yes, he does. He's an elf.
It's comfortable.
Come on, he's an elf. You know he does.
It's warm, and it's protected against the elements, and he gets to rest.
It is definitely warm.
Oh,
I just caught up
I
to
was
you.
thinking. Yeah,
I know.
got it.
I know.
Yeah, we know.
Alright. So yeah, you guys can depart the tower. Gwen will bid you farewell until you come back anytime. Preferably in 7 years or so.
Yeah. I imagine she'd like that.
And then, yeah. So, Moosebarrow is more than a day away, so I would like some travel rolls.
Sure,
You got
I
it,
will
boss.
make sure that my explorer is set to mountain. Oh, it's already set to mountain. Excellent.
16's not high enough for going through a mountain, is it?
For these mountains,
Crit.
it actually
Oh.
is. Yay!
Oh, good. Yay, discovery!
Woo!
Alright.
Discovery.
I love
Oh
discovery.
yeah, we need your food.
Yep. On the way, I had to refresh, so I gotta reopen my character sheet.
You are
God,
officially
what a
out of the
discovery,
Parheted
please.
Mountains, and you are into
And
the Serpent Mountains, which is a lower DC. And not quite as dangerous.
That's good.
Yay!
Double discovery!
the streak continues.
We get so many discoveries on journeys, so much.
That's 4
Wild.
Cook's discoveries in a row.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, in a row? Fuck.
Yep, in a row.
In a row. I haven't not gotten a discovery since I dropped those
You got a crit fail and you took it
rations down
personally.
the mountain.
They were bad luck. Those rations were bad luck, man. I don't know what to tell you.
No, we refound. That was the first of those food discoveries. Was finding
Oh,
that all
right,
again at the
right.
bottom
Finding
of the
some
mountain in
those
a lake.
rations.
Oh, Lord. Alright. Let's see. Hold on.
Well, this should be interesting.
Double discovery.
Okay.
How many nat 20 discoveries do we have to get in a row to get another wish?
3.
Yeah, if
Like
everyone
after
rolls
all
a
three.
nat 20, you can find a genie in a bottle.
Oh god, not a genie.
Hey, you said you wanted a wish. Here's your first
Have
month
there-
of
have
Song.
there ever-
Yeah, you said you wanted a wish. That's how you get a wish.
Have there ever been genies in a Sav&D game?
Sort of. There was a lady who was a warlock who got trapped in a magic lantern who could grant you a wish.
Oh,
So
That is
basically,
definitely a
She was
genie.
basically she was a genie. Yeah, she was
That's
a
a
genie.
genie by any other name, if I've heard one.
There was There was the one that was trapped in a ring, remember?
Was there? I don't recall.
Ursula.
That's who I
Ursula.
was talking about with
Remember? Oh,
that
was it her?
party.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There was also my old fucking D&D 1 elf's girlfriend who was inside a.
That is the same person we were talking about.
Is that the same as the ring? I thought that was they were inside a lamp.
No, I don't know what the fuck ring Hedrah was talking about, but Ursula and that party met Saris Ellis, who was the genie in the lamp.
Okay.
Don't remember you getting a ring of wishes since, like.
I mean, Ina got a ring with wish in it.
Yeah, with a ring of.
That
like,
wasn't a
from...
genie.
Yeah, no, that was not a genie.
Yeah, but it was because I had credited drawing in the fucking power that I managed to contain that I could reach into that hidden space that he was in and draw from her forth.
Oh.
What?
That's how I did that. Because, like, yeah, you can draw forth if you focus really hard into a secret. It's like, ooh. Everyone down for it? Let's be like, yeah, let's do it. And just zoom. And we got to that little island looking thing that she was on. Or tower. With all this stuff. This was after I kicked. It was after I had punched the dude, the fucking the orc in the balls. So.
Yes, I remember that happening.
Yes, this was after. So.
Alright. As the party continues along the mountainside, Theli, you feel Amelie's hand tugging on your sleeve. She's staring at the mountain, just squinting hard. This
Thel will make the squinting motion, and all of our little snakes will also squint at the mountain.
this place waxes familiar, but I can't place it. I think we've come the wrong way, but no, I've been here before. I just can't. There's something here.
Secret entrance, a cave.
Something interesting here?
Maybe. Let's go take a look.
Interesting, yes. I just. No, it's not that there's something. It's not that there's an entrance, it's that there used to be something. That's it. Something's missing from the side of this mountain. So that
Missing
doesn't
from
look
the side
right.
of the mountain.
It's.
Do you think it's hidden under it,
What kind of thing?
or hidden away by an illusion of some kind?
I don't know. There used to be a small outpost here, a fort.
I will attempt to disbelieve an illusion.
Yeah, can you take us to the area where it was then, and we can see if it's still there or not?
Yes,
Or are we already in that area?
We're near where it should be. If we just go up the mountain a little further.
Alright, let's head in then.
15 to try and disbelieve some kind of illusion as we approach.
Can you use knack on saving throws?
That's guidance.
Oh, guidance, sorry, yes. Then still no. You don't detect any illusions.
Yeah, pretty sure knack is just skills and attacks.
It should probably just be
Ability
skills and
checks
attacks.
or saving throws
Yeah.
or.
Sorry, I just assumed it was knack, because that's what Skow usually uses.
Yeah, in this case, though, I clicked the one to make sure it said guidance underneath it.
Yes. Fair. Alright, so, meanwhile, Tori, you are up that mountainside. as you often do, searching for, herbs and spices to make lunch a little nicer for everyone.
We
You
spend the whole time.
see your friends approaching from down mountain. You, turn as you walk and wave at them, and you feel something go crunch underfoot.
I look down to make sure it's not a small animal.
No, it's not a small animal. It's your foot going through the bottom of the mountain. Then
Oh.
the cracks begin to form under you.
Uh-oh.
So heavy she breaks
just like-
mountains now. You have been putting on way too
Oh,
much weight.
Oh
Holds
no,
up the
it's
sign
just
that
like
says
that
meat,
story
meat.
or it's just like that story Graham's told me.
Yeah, attacks or ability checks. I've double checked just to be sure.
You just need to hold up the sign that says meat, meat now as you fall through the mountain.
It says, "Oh,
Somewhere.
brother."
It says we solved the puzzle.
Okay, that just made me think of like somewhere in the prehistoric time, a fucking saber squirrel is screaming in jealousy.
So yeah, Tori, you begin to fall through the floor of the mountain, the mountainside, which is generally an alarming concept. Galen wakes up on your back and starts flailing around before jumping off. What would you like to do in this particular instant?
Do I have time to get away?
Maybe?
Is there enough ground on either side or on my back? Is there enough left on my back legs to kick off and attempt to jump away?
Yes, if that's what you'd like to do. I think that's reasonable.
Yeah. Let me check. I feel like that would be the go-to response. Yeah, I feel like that's level-headed.
Good, you're not panicking.
Nope. I will attempt to. Is there any rhyme or reason? Does it look like the cracks are going in any specific direction?
Just
Like-
like a circle around you.
Okay. I will attempt to with that kickoff and jump closer to the party.
Okay.
To make
Yeah, athletics,
does
I
it
think,
would
be...
it need a roll? Yeah.
Yeah, I think because you're two of your feet are getting kind of pulled into this hole, and this is really
Yeah.
a split-second
It's
decision.
only my back legs.
Okay, yeah, you're
Should
fine.
be
You can
Heave.
push yourself off and leap away.
Eep.
Tori?
Is everything
Yep.
alright?
What's the
There's a
problem?
hole.
Oh, it's Tori.
There's a hole?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it wasn't you.
Right. I'll turn around to see if I can see anything inside the hole.
Yeah, so
Is it
the
like a
ground where you were
groundhog bird
standing
that
just crumbles in on itself, revealing what looks like a subterranean cave, and you can see plants growing down there, even what looks like a dead tree.
Whoa.
I thought
Oh.
we found that fort or that area that you were thinking of.
There's like a whole extra crust of mountain growing over it. What could have happened there? There's plants and stuff down there.
It's a kind of den.
Den, yes,
let's
that's
try
what it
Elven.
was.
That's the
Maybe
whole
the-
tree.
There was a dragon that used to roost here.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh.
that
No.
is very interesting then. Let's see if we can get down
Yes,
there
that's
safely.
right.
Could
There
that
was a
been a
dragon who
landslide
had a
that
keep
covered it?
here, but I never had heard of anything happening to him, but it's been a long time.
Would it happen to be a red dragon?
A red dragon? No, I think he had black scales.
It was Red who
suppose-
was at that tower, right? I forget. The big dragon with his big wife.
Wasn't his black?
Yeah,
Was
it
he
was-
black scaled?
Yeah, he had black scales. He was technically a flame dragon still, but sort of just
Oh,
like
okay, sorry,
Ashe,
yes, correction,
some
then.
manders have black scales, so some flame dragons have
Yeah,
black
yeah,
scales.
yeah. My bad. So yeah, correction. Was it they were black scaled perhaps? Because we met a dragon in a large tower who apparently
Mhm.
married another dragon and had a great big family. Could be the same one.
Yes, I believe he had black scales.
He did have a large tower that looked like it had been kind of plonked there, now that I think about it.
That's
He was a big
true.
dude.
I mean, hey, there might
Yeah.
still be something down there.
Somewhere over here.
Yeah. I imagine it wouldn't have been too difficult for them to just heft out a big tower and move it. Should we take a look inside?
Yep, already way ahead. Yeah, I'm already got like the tires over there and the rope.
Already scrambling in. Oh, okay.
I got the rope already here.
Fair enough.
Well, I mean, I assume we were going down there. I mean, it's your.
Oh yeah,
it's
no, I
kinda
mean,
second nature at this
you
point.
you're correct. I understand.
Kate cannonballs
get our-
him.
Always bears checking that everyone is actually here. We don't want an Arlene situation.
Yes. Where is
And
Arlene? Is
it's-
Arlene here? Arlene, are you here?
Jingle.
Arlene goes from crossing her arms to just flicks the little collar with a bell on it. I
Alright,
hate
Give
over
her
children.
a
here.
thumbs up. All right, excellent.
And I slide down the rope.
Alright. So, yeah, let me just turn on dynamic lighting here. Boop.
Oh, shit. Just get some torches going here. So, shit.
Good. I see a little bit. Huh, even a little pond down here. Do you want to describe anything, or are we free to move?
Sorry, I was setting up Steve's torch. It keeps falling off of him.
Fair enough.
If this place is full of evil plants and mushrooms again, I'm going to be so annoyed.
Huh. What a...
You know
Yeah.
what?
I'm going to call out an elven. If any of you happen to be some kind of sentient trap plants, you have to tell us. Otherwise, this is going to get really violent very quickly, and I'd rather not. This place is lovely.
Alright.
Just gonna...
So, a couple things. Let me describe something, and then Thely's actually gonna get an answer.
Oh.
It's a tree that's like, don't shoot! I'm a sovereign citizen!
Sovereign citizen racks the rifle.
do I hear a tree loading a musket?
We're not poisonous, but we are alive.
We're not poisonous, but we're heavily armed.
This cave is a grave for government agents.
I'm not poisonous, but I am toxic.
Yeah, that's...
I don't care who the Duchy of Carania sends. I'm not paying taxes.
So, yeah, as you descend down the rope, you find yourselves in what might once have been the beautiful, foliage of a central courtyard in a keep. There are well-groomed ponds, a tree that once stood mighty, now, unfortunately, rather dead without sunlight. But there are small plants that are eking out an existence here, several of which have a faint luminescence to them. And
should they be giving off light sources? Because I can see there are more of those plants further in, but they don't seem to
they're
have an aura on
not
them.
enough to actually produce any
Pretty.
meaningful light.
Okay.
Just not to look fanciful.
Yeah, they kind of glow when you shine your light on them, more like. And indeed, because
Okay, yeah.
you are sliding down, as you look up back whence you came, you can see that there is an almost star-like cascade of luminescent fungus growing on the top of this now cavern, shedding more faint light down upon you. Not enough to really see in, but it certainly gives it a starry aspect.
Very interesting.
Are these naturally forming, or did someone, plant these spur here?
It's unlikely this is natural, but if only because it's, down at the bottom of a cave. All this should have died, most likely. So someone or something is certainly keeping these plants alive. God knows what, though.
Yeah.
Like they're being actively fed by magic.
Yeah, that seems likely. Some
You
druid
mentioned
bullshit.
that they would get a response as well.
And then, yeah, as you guys start stepping in, Theli, you hear a response in not Elven, but Sylvan, which, almost mutually understandable. It's yelling from up to the north. Not trap! Not trap!
Oh, hey, I recognize that. And I speak that language.
Oh, I leave diplomacy in your hands, Vale. I'd probably make a mess of it.
What'd they say?
Not a trap.
They said it's not a trap.
Oh, Alva. No, sorry, Emily even.
Perfect. Honestly, that's the
Yeah.
best
There-
possible outcome.
There
She's so
are no
distracted.
traps. I will speak in Sylvan.
No traps. I could use some help, though.
You are in trouble?
In trouble?
Maybe?
Can you speak Sylvan?
No, I thought you were saying that like back in common. Like,
No, I'm
just
speaking
translating.
in Sylvan.
Okay.
All of the others, there seems to be someone in trouble.
Trouble. Let's head out then.
Well,
That's all you
yeah,
need to say.
I will
if they're stuck
go
down
back
here.
to Sylvan. We are coming to help.
Oh, good. Please don't shoot anything.
As long as it doesn't shoot fast.
And
Where are you?
I don't know. I'm at the top of a
Before I do...
battlement, I think.
Wait, please.
There's
Okay,
a
before
crane?
people start running off with shit.
We need more light.
I'm going to say this before some people hear me, and before they keep moving. I will chuck resilience on Ami, Arlene, and Tiana. Because
Or
Good choice.
Okay.
I figure they'll need that just in case.
yeah, you cast that spell on Amelie, and she'll just kind of glance at you. You should really save that for someone who needs it more.
They said they're on some sort of... Whoever they are, is that they're on some sort of battlement? Wait, what is going on? Wait, what is
Yeah,
that?
there's a keep up
think
ahead.
I
Can you not?
see
Oh,
that.
right. Yeah.
There's
no,
a
you can't just see it.
castle
Yes,
down
there
here?
is a keep
Yep,
over
that
here.
sure is.
That voice
Whoa.
sounds familiar.
Hello?
What would your name be?
Leanna?
Is this
Leanna,
gate
what?
closed like how it looks like in the
Ro?
shadows here?
Liana Rowe?
Amelie just glances at you all, glances ahead, glances at you all. Oh, shit.
What?
Your
That's her daughter.
family, I take it.
I think that's my daughter.
Oh.
All the more reason to go save her then.
Goodness, my
Uh,
daughter-in-law.
So-
Can I...
Is this gate closed like the shadows
Yes, it
indicate here, or?
is. There's a closed up
Can
battlement.
we lift it?
Possibly?
How tall is this? How tall is this?
That is a good,
You
like,
hear those
20
boats in
foot
the
up.
background, Evie?
Almost all the way
Hey,
to the,
Tor-
top of the
Hey,
cave.
Tori. Can you, like, brace yourself on this wall and one of us can just climb up your back?
I mean,
Up there.
Yeah, that would
She
count
can
like
throw
half
you up
the
there.
like
We could-
distance to go
That's
up.
at
I
least
think.
half the distance.
we could probably just lift it.
Yeah, but there's probably a crank up there somewhere.
There's certainly a crank up there. I
There-
can see it right here.
Yeah, we can see the top of the crank from where we are down here.
Hello?
Amelie
Hey, Tori.
just
Can you
puts up
throw
a
her?
hand. Hold on, children. Let magic solve your problems for you. She'll just cast fly.
Uh,
This-
Mist
Putter to the
flight.
top.
I was going to say, I'd say
I
that on
know.
Misty Step.
Wham.
I mean, yeah, you could
That's
do that. I was
just
just gonna
cheating.
do some super cool flip off Tori onto the battlement, but okay.
Do a cool flip.
smug wizard noises as she
Do a
just sends. Yeah, she will absolutely do a little cartwheel. You will land on the
Nice.
battlement, and you all hear the sound of rotten wood just snapping in her hand. None of you saw that.
Gonna have to lift the battlement anyway.
Saw what?
Well, plan B then.
Yeah. Help me with this, Ashe.
Yep.
I'll help too. I don't know that my meager strength does much for you, but you know.
I have a 13 strength.
Kate will
I can
cast
snap
Enhance
light
ability
roll.
on Theles, and she's the weakest.
Thanks.
23.
Alright, give me one from Thelerien.
Holy shit.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Little right
Oh wait, then 19.
25.
Nice.
Yes, Twink he just does
Oh,
nothing
yeah.
but squat.
He
lifts
yoked
with his
this
ass,
Twink.
not his legs. I love that Ashe is so athletic. It's so fucking funny to have a strong Ashe.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
from
I've got
Castle.
16 strength.
Yeah, I
muscle
just love it. It's like
cast.
some people say lift with your legs, but Ashe lifts entirely with their ass.
It's true. That's why I look so good. How do you think I got this in such great shape?
Yeah.
Yep.
With the three of you
Yes,
working
he just
together
sends an
and
electric shock.
Scruff giving you a morale boost by running around and barking, you can heave up the gate. And from where she is, Amy can put like a python in it to keep it from falling back down.
Yeah, she can just jam the gear itself.
There.
I looked at Ashe and left. We helped, but also very impressive.
Thank you. I never skip leg day. It's family exercise thing.
And
Yeah,
It would
I
have
just
been
figured he
ass
just-
day, but you know.
That's true as well.
I think he electric shocks his paint, so he can just flex so hard that he lifts like a rocket.
Oh no! In my brain, it's like some kind of torsion ratchet. Like you just hear like just ratchet strap noise, like clank, 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 as he just lifts stuff ass first.
so as you
Yeah.
get this
Step in under the gate.
gate open and step through, you see that there is a light source up ahead moving into view.
Is that another one?
Yeah, there is another gate past here. That is also true.
This is quite the fortress inside of a mountain.
This is a really, really cool
Yeah.
keep. I absolutely adore it.
Oh
This one
my
looked super
goodness.
pretty. Whoa!
Oh
Hello
hey,
there.
Oh, we heard
Oh,
about
hey,
that.
it's the goat.
Oh yeah, we did hear about this. This is like a quest for like
Oh
something.
shit, we did hear about a golden deer, didn't we?
Yeah, what was it? To slay
Yeah.
the golden deer and bring like its like stuff back, or
And you
what
didn't
was
get a
it?
Well, I
quest
mean,
for it. You just
technically,
heard
it
that
was
people
just
were
a
going to
finding.
go shoot a glowing deer
Yeah.
up in this part of the world.
yeah, not necessarily
we're gonna
something
shoot
I
it.
want to do.
We didn't need
because,
to, but
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm ranger-tastic, baby.
yeah. It was just
I
like
will
in a
say,
distant-
I'll speak in deer.
speaking in animal.
Hello there, aren't you a handsome heart?
The creature strides fully into view and turns its head to look at you all with regal bearing from beyond the castle gates. And it will incline its head slowly towards Theli. Greetings. I am the Golden Heart. It is a pleasure to meet one who can speak the tongue of beasts.
I would be at a loss if I couldn't, thanks to the companionship of my friend here. And I will gesture at Scruffles, who's probably just like tail wagging so hard it's making his ass shift from side to side, seeing a big shiny animal.
Big shiny friend to play with and maybe chew the leg off of.
Animals are fairer than people. It's just facts.
You come at an opportune time, Beast Speaker. This young one here is trapped, and beyond my ability to rescue. I shall leave her in your capable hands.
Oh, thank you very much. Any advice you might give?
We'll start to walk and continuing to look at you. Beware the glowing plants. They are not part of nature's plan for this place.
Understood.
As soon as
Have
it
a lovely day.
walks past here, you all hear a faint crackle and the light just goes out.
He was very polite and friendly.
That's
Look, I told
good.
you the moment
Oh.
that we meet this golden creature that it would be a polite, handsome. I'm pretty sure I used those words explicitly. That it would be a polite, handsome steed of a man, and it would be really chill, and it would be a shame to hunt him.
Yeah,
Well,
it did
I
seem
take
kind of
it-
nice.
I take
He
it the
was
talk
chill.
went well.
Yes. We should be wary of these plants. They are not part of nature's plan for this place. And also, Liana up there is in need of help in a way that the
Amelie
Golden
flies
Heart is
past and
incapable of
You
providing.
hear an alarmed, "Mom?" up ahead.
I can't believe I get to meet a daughter-in-law already. How weird.
Yeah, apparently you do. We'll have to.
What is-
work
Mhm.
on- Should we get rid of the
Yep.
plants now before we get up there then, or?
Yeah, we can get this door open too.
You know, she could have at least turned the crank when she was on her way, when she was up there.
I'm just worried about her kid.
Hey.
I
No,
get it.
last,
Right back.
last crank just broke, so don't know
That
why this
one-
one would be any different.
Yeah, it'll probably break
Yeah,
as
but
well.
But she needs to be up there to,
It's fine.
Lock
It's just
it in.
once we get it up, we can hold it, and then one of us can run up there and lock it. It's not a big deal.
It's not a huge
Yeah.
deal.
Looks like I'll be one of the ones
Well,
going
you-
up there.
Oh no!
I'm
It's
gonna
not
use
a
my
crit fail.
inspiration to
'Cause
reroll.
It's fine. Look, Vicky got a fucking
Yeah, but
your
26.
ability is
all
still
three of us rolled, so I don't think
I need
just once we start to
somebody
put up-
else to succeed.
Yeah, you
So
need
17,
someone else.
probably.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
It's a very narrow thing, but yeah, this time Tori's doing the legwork and Belly can sort of squeeze under.
Yeah, I'll jog under and then run up the stairs.
Yeah.
Ram a python through this thing. I'd probably just use this weapon rack and just slide it entirely underneath it.
Yeah, there's a bunch of old swords, bows, axes, halberds. It's in fairly good condition, honestly.
Nice. I'll probably
Buddy.
look over those later, but it's not my specialty.
Yeah. I'll look over them later if you mention them.
I'll call out to Emily. Be careful of the plants. They can't be trusted. The glowing ones.
Yes, that
Is she okay up
makes
there?
sense. She's alive, but trapped.
What's trapping her?
Under something or captured
Not
by something
quite.
or
Those of you who are standing around where Ashe is can see a lady who looks an awful lot like a young Amelie peer
Yep.
off the side of the battlements, and then she puts her hands up as if she's miming a wall, and
behind the
raises
wall?
them a
see.
couple times, and you just hear a faint shimmer.
Oh, magic.
I see.
Yeah, I'm a little trapped.
Oh.
Mm, well, I have an idea. If we get rid of the plants, maybe that'll get rid of it.
The glowing orby ones. They
The
do
glowing
look
orb
like
ones.
a giant version of the thing up there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But I also have a feeling they're probably going to fight back in some fashion when we try to do this.
Yeah, I tried to
so
poke a hole in the one up here, and it released poison gas.
Okay, good to know.
Oh,
Good to
lovely.
I'll try a nature check on this.
Are they in nature or would they be like an
No.
arcana? Because they don't feel like
It would still be our
natural
nature in
plants.
this case, even if it is unnatural. Unfortunately, yeah, Philly, you're not
That's right.
sure. These don't appear to be indeed natural. These are some sort of artifice.
Yeah.
Wait,
no, I
who's
don't
my
think
hands both, Ellie?
Okay.
wait.
What do
I
I?
can
What?
give it a go.
Good.
Let's
Also
say
fair.
25.
25. Yeah, these big blue glowy bits are like big fat cysts growing on the plants, artificially cultivated to grow something.
Something nasty.
Yeah, which in Leanna's case appears to be some kind of poison, though you would need to go poke one to find out what.
Did it cause harm, or was it like anesthetic, or sleep, or what did the poison do?
You see her glance at Amelie for a moment. glance at you. I was high as balls for like 6 hours.
Okay,
Hallucinogens?
that's not
Can we
Okay.
too
collect them?
terrible.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say, like, if you give me a little bit, I might be able to dislodge or
Yeah. Can we do alchemist's tools test to try and like carefully remove these drug cysts?
Yeah, absolutely. I think herbalist test would be more appropriate in this case, but
yeah,
Not one I've
got
got, unfortunately. Only alchemy.
I got the herbalist. If somebody can help
Yeah.
her, I can do on my own.
Amelie also has herbalists.
Oh,
You
I
can
will
do that
this then.
after they harvest, Tori.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can do
and,
your 30-second like wrap up thing
Hell
of like
yeah.
making and doing and like
and
afterward.
because I know Sally will enjoy this.
Yeah.
You and I are gonna get this.
That's pretty helpful. Yeah. Thanks. I appreciate that.
Nice.
Odds of me getting poisoned, not the lowest in the world.
Yeah, that's why I didn't have the chance to throw the first time we bought those fucking plant bastards. It's like, Debbie, get this off, please. And just
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess I'll try alchemist on mine then if you guys are herbalizing.
Yeah.
Yeah, 15.
let's
Or
see.
13 if it's, I guess, not the tool for the job.
Well, it would just, yeah, I guess, be minus your proficiency bonus of 12. But yeah, it's enough to remove the cyst without hurting yourself, but it doesn't look like you could salvage what's in it. It starts kind of leaking. But it's a slow enough
Could
rate
I
to not...
could I knack that then?
Yeah, you can.
It takes
Okay.
it up to 16.
That is sufficient to harvest a cyst.
Cool.
22.
Yeah, that is also sufficient to harvest that one.
Now, once they're removed, does the plant itself appear to be healthy, or is it
Yeah, I mean,
going to keep producing these?
it will probably keep producing these.
Okay.
At least if the stimuli that created it in the first place continues.
Presumably the big artificial-looking
The
one at
big
the top
one.
there.
Yeah, the big one.
Yeah, I think we should probably get all of these just so that disrupting the one up there doesn't just like pop all of these plants and turn this
Yeah.
entire place into a
Mhm.
hallucinogenic fucking heart box.
Yes.
Oh,
So let's see.
okay.
How long will
I'm
it take
going
us
for
to get
that.
all the plants? I can see there's like
Um,
2, 3,
probably a
4,
couple of
5.
hours.
There's still plenty of.
How many?
others
1,
there as
2?
well.
there's 10 there are 10 of them yet that we haven't worked through between us.
I think about 2 hours you could safely harvest all of these.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, better safe than sorry.
So,
Yeah,
in
we
this case.
don't
Yeah, and
want
I
to get the
can-
whole room gassed.
so
Yeah,
let's
and I
see.
can I can sacrifice 2 bit to regain 2 admixtures so that we can keep the poison protection going.
Cool.
In worst case.
Uh, so the wall up there, is it a one-way thing, or does it block people coming in and just going out, or you probably want to know actually now I think about it since you're on the other side of it.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Well,
know.
Emily would be able to tell.
I'll glance
Can
back.
Emily reach through it?
I'm afraid if I reach through, I might not be able to pull out.
Well,
Okay.
Not
Also
here.
fair.
they just
You hear Kate
just
say
yell,
from the
try
background.
giving
That's what she said.
Dang it.
try giving her a fork.
Yeah, we're
Or a
just
small
using
object.
object. Yeah.
A
Put a
fair
stick
idea.
I'll
I
make my
will-
way
Ooh,
up
pass
here.
her through some breakfast.
That's a pretty good idea. Yeah, she's probably.
Yeah.
That's a
maybe
fair
hungry.
idea. It's been a while since you had some home cooking, I imagine. From you? Yeah, since I was like 2.
How long have you been back there, you think? I know it's probably hard to tell down here with the
Trapped in
No
here?
sunlight.
At least 3 days. At least I've eaten 3 days worth of rations.
Well, good thing we came along then.
Yeah, I only had one more.
Nice thing indeed.
But hey, the good news is I found the treasure.
Yeah.
Was
now
the
that
treasure
I'm-
friendship?
Now that I'm closer,
I-
is this like an plant
Hopefully I
or
found
a
that, too.
crystal?
What was that, Ash?
Now that I'm closer, is this like a plant or is it like a crystal?
It looks like a plant made of crystal and glass. And inside there is
Oh.
a swirling miasma of gas.
Sweet.
Liana will just kind of point at it. Yeah, I thought it was like a bound hypnotic colors spell, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it certainly seems kind of like that, but not quite. I hope it's not the
That's
treasure you're speaking of.
No, this. She will go to her bag and pull out a book with black leather threaded with spun silver. Only will gasp. My own spell
Of course,
book.
it's a spell book.
Where in the world did you find that? Here? That's the point?
Wild.
Wonder why it was here.
Bastard Chiranther steal it from me, or... No, you said you gave it to him. Did I? Must have been a long time ago. Haven't seen that in years. Yeah. You know, before you became the witch? Right, yes, things are a bit fuzzy from back then. Speaking of which, how did you get out of the tower? We can talk about that later.
A friend of ours made a wish.
Does that do something?
It transfers ownership, or not nearly ownership, but patronship, I guess, of the tower.
Yes, it means I'm no
There
longer
was-
the Witch of the Tower. Oh,
There was also another way she could have gotten out of it as well. She has also done.
what does that mean? The same
Hi there, nice
way?
to meet you.
Then I'll just glance at you and wave. Hi. I'm confused.
Let your mother explain it, I guess. It's
Yes.
probably a bit more awkward coming from me.
Yes. I severed my bindings from the tower, but before that, I engaged in the other way that one can temporarily take leave of the tower, which is betrothal, the same way you came about. Oh. Oh. Glance
Hi
at
there.
Belly. Oh. Hi.
Don't worry, you don't have to call me Mum or anything. You can call me Ree, or Thal, or Thelerien, whichever makes you happier.
I'll think on that, I guess. I'm used to having 0 moms. Now I have 2. That's cool.
Glad to be a marked up swing in your day.
Yeah, I mean, it went from as bad as it could possibly get to pretty good. Can't complain.
Yeah.
I'd come, like, shake your hand or something, but trapped.
Yep,
Don't
understood.
worry about that. We're
working on that
that.
one.
Homily will
Guess I'll give the first of these orbs to Tori so that she can start working on trying to create edibles while we're doing this over 2 hours. Hey Tori, want to try turning these into LSD?
Hell yeah.
The rest,
The
rest
grand
I'll
alchemy of
I'll-
cooking.
keep the rest safe with the.
I combine
All the
these
other
with the
things.
mushrooms.
I combine
you-
these with the riffing.
That sounds like a bad idea,
Oh,
though.
no, don't mix. Never ever
That sounds
mix
like a
hallucinogens
terrible idea.
and sleeping medication. That's how you break someone's brain for good.
Well,
So
God,
Theli will
hallucin-
probably
hallucinogens
Theli
and
will probably
Viagra.
hang on to a couple for herself. She is also an alchemist and would like to experiment with weird things.
I'm
Welcome
not
to
going to make
Benadryl
the
heaven.
I'm not going to make the hallucinogen Viagra edibles.
Thank you for not doing that.
Hallucinogenic Viagra edibles is wild. I had sex with God.
Woo!
I'm just a normal person. I just invented Benadryl. Enjoy the fog.
This is Benadryl squared.
Indeed. So how much? Mon Capitan.
Well, you guys are pretty good at this, and there were, what, 12 of these cysts? So you have 12 doses.
Yeah, there are 12 total, and then there is the one mega cyst.
Yeah, which we have
Okay,
to work
so
on.
one died, so there's 11 left.
No, Theli
Since I'm-
knacked into
No,
succeeding.
I knacked
Yes,
to
knacked,
keep
got
it, and then gave that
Okay,
one to
okay,
Tori to
cool.
turn into edibles.
Okay.
So now
So how many are you
close
keeping?
of the wall.
I'll keep 2. You can hang on to 9, and then that means you'll be able to do 3 doses of 3 different things with it, I guess.
Tori,
No, I
you're pretty
think
sure
I'm
you
gonna
found a
use-
new and exciting way to shit yourself.
I'm going to use inspo on my...
You just
On
inspoed
my
me,
edibles.
unfortunately, didn't you?
No, I didn't need to because Steve did the
I did.
nature check.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yerp. 18. Can anybody guidance
Yes,
for
I
me?
can
2?
act.
Yeah.
I can. I can.
Oh,
flash
yeah,
a
you can
genius.
do Flash of Genius as a higher number.
Oh yeah, do that.
Hell yeah.
21.
21.
Okay. You don't know what the drug itself really does, but you're pretty sure you can ingest it now.
Nice.
Okay.
This could still be an
Quick,
exciting
give
new
it-
way to shit yourself to death, but you'll probably get
New
zooted out of your
way to
mind
shit
while you do it.
Yeah.
9 doses. I would like to know, like, it's 9 doses of what are we calling this?
What do we even have to put it in?
Call it orb poison because of their orb
Or
shape.
boys. I turn it into
Or-
little jelly candies.
Oh, jelly candies? Hell yeah.
Could
Orb,
I examine the wall now that I'm close to it? Would that be like an Arcana thing? Or...
Yeah, Arcana sounds about right. Amelie will
Yeah, try and
assist.
figure it out. You're probably better than me, but I'm going to do it anyway because I'm the player
Yeah.
character.
Exactly.
I'll to crit.
Nice.
Woo!
Okay.
Player
This
character
is
wins again.
a one-way permeable membrane made of magic. It is basically a bubble being projected from something, presumably this.
That makes a lot of sense.
Bubble bubble.
Does starting to push through it make any weak points?
Not particularly.
Oh,
That
so
said.
in case you like, just make. I was gonna ask if you take a cloth or an open sack and stretch it out to make a large open area and just lift it up. So
Yeah,
that
that's what I was
cover your
thinking.
arms.
If it's a membrane, do you create an opening as you're passing through?
Sort of. It's just
Would be
your
quite an
body
interesting
shape, though.
trick. Yeah.
So if you had a sack like a barrel,
Yeah,
it
and you
will
start
still
going
be
sideways
a-
to stretch it out.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like as you
so-
pull it through, it still refill the area behind it.
Wait,
No,
hold
no, no,
on.
but-
No,
Why
no,
don't
that's
we
why
just-
that's why you use the opening of a bag.
Why don't we
Yeah.
just take a
That
barrel,
was-
tip it sideways, and push it through? She can just crawl out.
Just
That's-
make it into
yeah,
a tunnel.
that's-
Yeah, that's what we're basically
that's
saying
what
with the
I-
bags. You just walk into the bags area and then step out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Use a barrel
Okay.
instead,
Give
sure.
it a try.
Do we have a barrel over here we can use?
There's all sorts of like wooden stuff.
There is wooden stuff, no barrels per se, but you could.
Yes, there is.
Is there?
There is.
Where?
I would like to point out that this trebuchet has a walking wheel for tension.
I mean,
So
yeah,
it's
that's
a
not a barrel,
large-
but that is a circular
That's not a
object you
barrel,
could
but
use.
you're right. Yeah, that would
That
that
can
would
work.
do the barrel job.
Alright.
That is a
Yes.
crane, not a trib. I don't think it's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
trebuchet.
yeah.
Eh,
Oh,
wait,
crane.
that might be.
No, no, that is a crane.
crane.
That is a crane with a
Yeah.
walkway.
Oh yeah, that's great.
But the wheel thing is
Yeah.
still workable on it.
Yeah, you can, if you spend
Yeah.
a couple hours just hollowing out the bits here.
Yeah, that sounds like a perfect job
Yeah.
for me and my myriad amount of tools.
Yeah, I mean, goodness knows
Yeah.
you've got a couple hours while we're harvesting orbs.
Orb.
Yeah. And if it takes a little longer, I can actually sit and analyze what the fuck this orb flower poison does.
Yeah, we can also ransack whatever's in there with the once we
All
put it in
the
the way in and out.
weapons. Yeah, all the weapons and shit.
Sorry, ransack probably isn't a nice word to use for it. Reclaim.
No,
Reclaim what's in there.
ransacking is the proper word for it.
Yes, but we want to use nicer words for it, Steve. We're reclaiming what's here.
Galen's gonna walk and sling an armor on Steve's shoulders. Hey, listen, Doc. Well, buddy, old pal, I got a proposition for you.
He wants to try the
Okay.
drugs, and
I want to
Of
try the
course
drugs.
he does.
Okay.
I can't wait to find out how these work on you.
I will let you be the first patient, first test subject, once I finish analyzing it. So I know in case something goes bad, how to cure you.
Yeah, I suppose it's best to find out it's not a neurotoxin in like
Yeah, we
eating
wouldn't-
form before we give it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I
girl up
wasn't
there
planning
has
to eat
already
it
been
beforehand.
exposed. She just got high. And she's clearly
Sure,
not
but it wasn't
dead.
turned
Well, yeah,
into brownies.
I'm not
Yeah,
going
she
to eat the
wasn't
brownies
eating it.
first. I'm talking about just
Oh, that's
huffing the raw juice here. Let me go on a trip to outer space. Come on.
I say let him do
mean-
it. That sounds like fun.
she seems okay. So I mean, probably
well-
not like any
I mean,
big downside.
he can try the first gummy.
Just, well, we'll have you sit down here on this, at least. Not gonna have you
Yeah,
standing.
give him some place where Steve can emergency detox him if something goes wrong.
Are we enabling an
Yeah.
addict? I feel like we might be enabling an addict.
So, but the proposition
don't wanna
though
get
is
twisted.
it's an equal trade. So what's the trade here? Galen?
Yeah, that's why. Sorry, I dozed off.
I mean, we
Yes,
get to
you said
find
you
out
had-
whether it's safe.
Yes, what do you want?
Very well. Well, I want you to at least describe the sensation. If there's pain, if there's, well, pressure, what you're feeling, so that I can make notes of this.
Yes, yes. I'll give you a trip
Well-
report. Don't worry.
Very well. I'm now down to 8 doses of flower poison.
All right. Galen's just gonna like thump it against his forehead and huff. Ah.
Between fucking around and scientists writing it down. It really does, yeah. The canonical truth.
He slumps backward, just kind of slowly sloughs off of. He stares, body almost like liquid. Whoa.
Just, I'm medically
Doctor,
free.
I think you've medically, scientifically replicated what it's like to lick Senatrea's toes.
Oh dear.
I think I read a book
Just-
about that.
Looks at the orbs as like eyes glowing blue. It's like,
Toes, you say?
His pupils are just entirely wide, and they are starting to turn blue.
What
I have
are
the
these
power
things?
of a magical god. Fear me, my friend.
Oh no.
Oh.
He's about to puke. Turn him on his side.
Yeah, Galen
Yeah, I got it
violently
ready and
throws up
everything.
and then falls asleep.
Okay.
I am a biotic god.
Classic.
I would
Yep.
say it sounds like a some magic. Yeah.
Wait a second. Does that mean this is
Does
like
that mean there's
Residium
Residium?
poisoning? Yeah. I wonder if we can condense this down then.
Possibly.
Yeah, I'll need to analyze
Did
it first.
Make a
So.
Residium gummy?
Oh my god, if Tori's made Residium gummies, she's gonna be so popular with the Mage College.
Holy shit. God damn. That's a...
That's a lot of
Oh.
concentrated magic, though, if it's causing that.
Oh, does that line up with the glittering on the mushrooms in the ceiling?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes sense. These things pop and then
Wow.
it goes into the air.
Huh.
Oh, wait. So they have been accumulating for...
Yeah, they're just mushrooms that have been just chilling, or spores, I suppose, that
No.
have been chilling in magic.
No, yeah, that's been accumulating this for how knows how many decades or...
You say that, but mushrooms infamously are good at not necessarily accumulating something, but processing it. They've probably learned to process it. They're probably not that magical. Much like all those radioactive mushrooms that aren't really that radioactive. They just sort of breathe in
Yeah.
radiation and exhale it again.
They just like transfer it into something different or break it down in some fashion.
Yeah, that's really fucking useful. Holy shit, this is an amazing discovery. If they can actually if they can process Residium down and, well, break it into, or like convert it over into energy into another form of a useful substance or energy form, those things are absolutely priceless.
Whoa.
Yes, right, focus. Galen's properly. Should wash out his mouth. Free air pathways, good. Sure, like, okay. Well, can you keep an eye on him while I examine,
Sure.
analyze this?
Alright, so he doesn't eat his own bath, right?
Hmm.
Let's do wisdom save, con save, and I'm like,
So,
oh no,
would
it's
you
like a
say
dog that threw up
he's
and is like, oh
like-
look, them nutrients, I gotta get those back in me.
I am going to utter a prayer against affliction for Galen.
All right.
Oh, wait. Yeah, was that to avoid addiction?
No.
I'm not sure.
It is a save
He
ends
seems to be
effect on him. With a +2 power bonus.
14.
It's a
Let's see.
14.
Anyone want to throw like a guidance or anything on Galen?
Yep,
if-
I can do a flash.
Alright. Roll it. Okay.
Nice.
An 18.
Galen snaps to. Ah!
Galen, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Are you okay? You passed out.
Is that unusual?
Not
Well,
really,
not
I guess.
Not really.
not normally, but
No, good point.
not normally, but you
Well-
vomited quite a bit, and after
I mean-
huffing all that sparkling stuff. How are you feeling?
27?
Looks down, looks up. Terrible. Hold on. He's gonna reach into his jacket and pull out a flask. Hold on. I have
Sober.
moments to live. Chug,
Make
chug,
sure the
chug,
cumulative
chug,
hangover will
chug.
kill him.
Just holds up a hand till he finishes the whole thing. Swallows. Okay. Crisis averted.
Well done.
Well, I'm glad you're better.
Yes, that was fun. That was a trip and a half. I saw God.
Would you
Which one?
describe your
Which
experience?
one of them?
Yes, the one God, the one
Fair
true
enough.
God.
Fair enough.
Save it.
You saw the DM. It was weird.
Wow,
I
so
saw
not
a
a trail then?
fat, middle-aged white man sitting in a chair. It was deeply unpleasant.
Mm.
No. I saw a being sitting on a
Explain
throne
my
of
funny
light,
voice.
surrounded by a halo of stars. He told me I was doing all right, and gave me a thumbs up.
Sweet.
And then a comet hit him in the back of the head like a baseball bat, and blew his brains out. Then I fell through a wormhole. I ended up on a planet that was covered in rust and grime and red sand, and then horrible monsters rose up and were worm-like, but they spoke in tongues. They tried to eat me.
I see.
Wormholes, worm creatures. There's a lot of
Yes.
worms.
Yes, and when they did eat me, I was one with them, and I saw time and space as one linear thread being pulled along by 1,000 fairies. One of them was named
I'm just continuing-
Steve.
I'm just nodding along as I
They have a
continue like
Steve.
getting this off. Yep, sure, honey.
Anyway, that was fun. I'm going to do that again at first opportunity.
There's another one right there. Points over to Steve.
No, hold up. I would say try Tori's gummies instead.
Yeah, we have these things.
Excellent idea.
Just
You also probably won't
Start with-
heave if it's been processed.
I'll be
Start
the
with
judge of
one
that,
at
thank you
least.
very much.
Give them some gummy.
We'll consume the gummies. What was your total cooking
Only
roll?
a
Like
few.
18?
21.
21, okay. They're not, in fact, sugar-free Haribo bears.
Oh, not just
Oh, jeez.
mouth of soup has exploded on its asshole. But I can finally do my goddamn alchemy roll to see what the fuck stuff is. Or is it
Alright.
poisoners, or which one do you want?
Yeah, I think an herbalism kit is most appropriate. This is just a natural, unrefined compound. Nice.
25.
Alright, this appears to be a powerful hallucinogen. However,
Really?
yeah, no, I know. It's shocking. However, it does appear to have some residium lacing in it. These things are growing on, if not a dragon vein, then certainly a former residium mine, such that these hallucinogens do impart magical power, as Galen surmised. However, while you are using them, you are, hallucinating your balls off. But it basically makes you have a drugged-out aether potion.
Neat.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
It gives you spell
would like
slots, and in
to
return,
point-
you are zooted.
Zooted aether potion gummies, yay.
You know what I would love to do with these? And I'm just gonna hold an orb gently. Because, Thali's alchemist application is like, she knows some like lifestyle alchemy, so things like polishes and like cleaning supplies, that kind of thing. But her other use for it is like that Witcher thing, it's weapons and poisons. Could I make a zone of wild magic using these things, like some kind of bomb?
That sounds dope.
Hell yeah.
I want to make a bomb that drops zones that, you throw it at a bunch of wizards and they're like, "Ha, you fool, you've made me stronger," but their fucking magic just random shit as a result.
Hell yeah.
Suddenly the 12 Knights wants to know your address.
Yeah, if you want to make a bomb of causing problems on purpose.
Yeah, I absolutely want to make some kind of wild magic bomb that just if anyone uses like a fucking spellish monster power keyword, I want to or literally uses a spell. I want weird shit to happen. I want random bombs.
I want to make one more dose of gummies for reasons.
Let's take one off, Steve. I've only got
Well-
2 orbs myself, and I want to turn them into bombs. Really dumb ones.
Yeah, it's like my research.
So I will
I
I would
only
like
need
those-
one more dose.
get the wheel off and
I
get
will
it up
also-
here.
I would also like to point something out. That these are draining residuum from below, either from a vein itself or a mine.
Can
Out of character, or what used to be a mine. What could
yeah,
have
I was
been
gonna say
like
the
a
dragon
mine
moved
before
out.
this
It was on,
abandoned.
probably it probably used to be one, but then the dragon left.
Yeah, but they are still drawing on this.
Well, yeah,
Maybe
like
doing it.
1 grain of residium does a whole bunch of shit. Presumably, it's and she'll
Yeah, they could be
catch my
drawing on
eye.
the residuals.
Yeah, Ashe, you can pretty much solo that operation. And yeah,
Yeah.
Liana will get ready as soon as you are in position, and then human inspo.
Anybody got any? Oh, yeah, human spell. That's good.
Good enough.
It doesn't face
Yeah,
plant.
Yeah, it does not
Yeah,
like
Face plant on
Like-
onto my kilt.
yeah. Before this orb gets this like wheel gets crushed. See, it does not in fact like get halfway through and then chopped in half. And is able to squeeze
yeah, that'd
through.
be bad.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
Honestly, I kind of say we leave that thing up there unharmed. There'll probably be more of this in the future.
Yeah.
But how about put up a sign, just
Is
in
there
case?
anything interesting on that other side that might be worth like trying to make another one of these to get something from back there, or just Liana basically get all of it?
I think I got everything. There was a hidden compartment with Mom's spellbook and some other stuff. But otherwise, just like
Cool.
some old weapons and a bag of rice that was like 100 years old.
Yeah, that's probably not good.
No, luckily I didn't get that desperate.
Good. Well, Salons are not leaving behind like a masterwork weapon in there or something.
No, probably not. Anyway, hi. She just gives you a hug. Thanks.
No problem. It's good to meet you. Glad we were in the area.
Yeah, same. That was a
You
real
can
turnaround
thank,
day. I was resigned to starving
Yeah.
to death.
You can thank Tori.
Yeah,
And now
Tori
you
found
won't?
it.
Oh, I can guess which
Well,
one
I
of you is
physically
Tori.
found it.
Thank you.
You are very welcome.
Oh, out of character. Oh, right. No, Tori is actually a lot slimmer again because she lost more weight.
Yeah, but she's
No,
also
because she's also
stuffed full of-
carrying
Yeah,
a
but she's like-
shitload of babies.
Yeah, I
We're
have
pregnant.
babies. It's like,
Yeah, I know.
she
No,
lost
but
some
listen,
fat,
you
but she's
used,
putting it right back on with baby weight.
mhm.
Yes, I know, but she used the celestial thing again, so she
Yeah.
found out-
But now it is
Stumble down.
making her ideal mom form again.
No, I
Have
will
to
gesture at
stop eating.
Scruffles. That there is Scruffles. He's a very good boy.
She is already in the process of bedding. Don't you worry.
Excellent.
Oh,
Uh,
what a good
Over
boy.
there watching warily is the lovely Tiana.
Oh, hi, Tiana. Long time no see. Tiana will wave.
Oh, you're acquainted. Excellent.
Oh, you know her already, or know her.
Nice.
My dad's the count around here. It'd be kind of silly if I didn't.
Right,
It
right.
makes sense.
I don't
Makes
really do
sense.
the whole high society thing, but still, I was there when you won that big tourney. I don't know if you saw me. You beat the crap out of my dad.
To be fair, there was a lot of beating on both sides.
That
A
is what
big
that tournament
melee.
does. A lot of beating.
Now
I
I
was almost
remember
split down the
seeing you
middle.
on the sideline.
I think I was probably a little bit distracted at the time.
Yeah, that's fair.
And it's a pleasure to meet you now.
Yeah.
Am I like still carrying her mum?
Yes. She has
Yeah,
made
you
no
can put her
effort to
down,
get
yeah.
down.
Fair enough.
Come over. This like awkward side hug while mom's in your arms.
Yeah. She's still got fly, so I imagine she's not really weighing me down, so I'll just do that like the one arm under carry, so it's like shoulder length of arm and then hand on ass just to like hold her with one arm so I can actually give her a hug without it being like a really weird position.
Scandalous.
Just makes me look really strong. It's just, she's using fly.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, whatever. Whatever works.
Exactly.
Yeah, so, super magic drugs, spellbook, new mom get. I'd say this was a successful expedition.
It's a very good day for you.
Yeah, that turned out pretty well.
Real banner day.
Yeah, it comes back with a lot of gathered weapons, all up, like rattling. Yep, profitable too.
Yeah, we're gonna look through those. I'll start going over them, see if we can't find any good works of art here.
Yeah. We're headed up to Moosebarrow. Want to come along?
Yeah, I guess I could just go home. That makes sense.
No, nice.
Well, you
Didn't
got
know
what
if
you
you were
came for.
living directly up there or actively adventuring out.
No, I'm not like an adventurer. I'm more of a archaeologist. Well, that's
Oh, I
generous.
approve.
I'm interested in
Oh.
history, and then I fell into a cave. So now I'm an archaeologist.
Look, that counts.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
so long as
I-
you write something down, you're an archaeologist proper.
I got in a fight with a monster once and was given money as a reward for destroying it. So then I was a monster hunter.
Wait, am I a monster hunter too? Oh, that's cool. Hey, we have that in common.
Did you slay a monster?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you get paid for monster slaying? Yep, absolutely. You can call yourself a monster hunter.
There you go, you're a monster hunter.
Go with both. Say monster hunter archaeologist. Who's going to mess with you? Nobody.
The more on your resume, the better you'll get a payout. More specialized, you can say.
Mm-hmm.
Liana, what's your... Are you arcane or physical or divine or primor?
I'm more of a like smooth jazz.
Ah.
Mm.
You'll get along well with Kate then.
Finger guns.
Who I'd also be not surprised if she knows you because she knows most people around here.
I don't think we've met, but I definitely know of her. It's an honor. I read your
Yeah, I
book.
would not-
Kate blushes a little. Well, that's great.
Which one?
You wrote more than one? Oh, that's great. It was a kid's book when I was like 5. Helped me learn to read.
Ah,
Oh,
precious.
that's adorable.
That
we
makes
kept your
Kate
printing
just
press
swell
up
with
and running.
pride.
Aww.
Heck yeah.
If only we kept that printing press up and running for you.
Yeah, well, if only I was any good at running the business.
Oh, we can get up and running. You just leave it in my hands.
That makes sense. Now I can do the writing, you can do the money handling. Sort of famously bad at that.
The business administration.
But anyway, yeah, I got a bunch of books. Only will just put a finger up. You're not peddling smut to my daughter. I've written respectable books too. One or two.
She should stay away from everything my mother wrote.
Well, if it's scientific parts, archaeology, or anything in the academical world, I will be more than happy to introduce you to a couple of friends of mine.
Yep. Steve has an
sweet.
omnibus of his own research. It's all medical textbooks, right?
And not all of them.
What were the other ones?
The majority is the majority is the CDC manual, of course, but I have also written tons of books when it comes to alchemy, alchemy and its way of processing, both common brewery and its potential for a nutritional infusion of food, herbalistical and horticulture.
Huh? More than medicine, indeed. I feel boring. I
Oh,
should
yeah,
write a book at some point. I know all sorts of nonsense. Is that how many of Steve's books Emily has read?
No, I forgot to put a tool proficiency for Liana. I'm just trying to decide which one.
Decide which one to put on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Alchemist makes sense.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah, she'll nod. Yeah, if you wrote the CDC books, I've never read those, but I've read one of your like basics to blade poison primers, I think.
Oh, just a spark was like, that's really great.
You've
Right.
made his whole day now.
Before you get into it, let's gather up the weapons and get up outside and get you some
right,
sunlight.
yeah.
How about
Yes.
that?
Probably good.
Actual sunlight.
Get moving,
Yeah.
otherwise we'll be out here for another half a day.
Get some food and sunlight and
Right.
peoples.
Yes, let's get out of here. I don't do great in the sun, but I kind of miss it.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. After a
Stand
couple
in the
days.
shade of your
Sun?
mother's hat. You'll be fine.
Yeah, now that you see them side by
Oh.
side, Liana, if anything, looks even paler than Amelie.
Goodness.
Oh, poor
Well,
girl.
that.
Oh yeah, you should
Get
definitely
on.
take a bottle. Dun, 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 dun.
I remain in
Yeah.
the party of the pasty whites here.
It is true.
Yep.
You are like by far the darkest person here.
No.
Well, you don't count.
Me and Ash have enough tan for the rest of them.
I'm just that like weird fey porcelain. Like you look at some like that's a strange color for someone to be. I
just
really
find-
dig like Thel's just like slightly just like strangely ethereal offness in color and stature.
That was the most hilarious shit I've ever heard. It's like, oh, these are the darkest in our group. Be like, Steve is like, yeah, but you don't count. The most melanin motherfucker of them all. You don't count.
Yeah, no, you're cheating. You have a racial bonus to being tan.
You're not really
Mm.
tan. You're more of a
He's not.
gray.
Blueberry.
Literally,
no,
he can get
you-
a tan
you-
in the
you
sun.
chewed-
He
you chewed
burns
the-
in the sun.
Yeah, you chewed the bubble gum in Willy Wonka's factory, but they finished squeezing you, so it made you really tall. But you are a blueberry underneath.
Indeed, but surprise, dark people can also get tanned and burn in the sun.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
let's
so-
get.
Anything interesting weapon-wise here, or is it just basic stuff?
Why don't you give me an investigation test? Perhaps you'll find something extraordinary. Just like one from the party, please.
Yeah, okay.
An investigation
No.
test, or can I use my smith tools as like the test for it?
This would be investigation to find something, and then Smith's to like identify like anything of value from amongst them.
Yeah,
Like,
I
if it's
can
not
do
magical.
that. But you gotta. I got a 6 advantage and I can flash myself.
I think
Okay, well.
Kate technically has the same, if not like a point higher. Yeah, she's also got a 6, so whichever.
Okay. Oh, I will
Nice. Nice.
Oh, pain!
Slightly better.
God damn.
Would you like a
Not-
guidance if you've used up all of your flash? I know that you've done 3 since.
So
Okay.
16.
This is third.
Well, could be worse.
16. I'll be better. Yeah, it's pain. This pain pickle.
Alright.
I'm gonna roll above a fucking 10 there.
So yeah, you don't find anything magical, but I will take a Smith's Tools check from Ashe at this point. See if you can find anything at masterwork amongst what you gather up here.
Sure. Oh. Anybody
Okay.
got any
Inspiration.
inspiration left? What now?
You can have
Anyone?
Kate's, I suppose. It sort of
Sure, why
generates
not?
them.
Oh.
Yeah, 26.
Is there someone assisting me with Smith
Does
tool?
anyone else have Smiths? I guess Steve does, don't you?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Okay.
okay, yeah. then
26.
26 then.
Alright.
I guess he was the one helping you pour over those.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Alright, Ashe, roll me 1d3.
Okay. 1d3. It is a 1.
Alright. You find one masterwork halberd. Looks like this might have belonged to a captain of the guard.
Oh.
Ah. That's
Slick.
pretty cool. Let's see here. What does a halberd do in this?
And could someone else roll me 3d20?
Ooh, my turn.
Alright, you
36.
find 36 long swords in serviceable condition. And someone roll me another 3d6.
3d6.
Oh, sorry, 3d20. Right, and 44
Oh, nice.
short bows.
Neat.
Wow.
I take it they'll need like a restringing, but the wood's okay.
Yeah, the wood
Nice.
is surprisingly alright.
That's another.
Seems like whatever keeps the plants alive in here just kept the wood from withering as well.
Yeah. We might want to keep those so we can outfit like mercenary companies or like soldiers for the war.
You could outfit a, like, 36-man, like, mounted archer unit with that.
Yeah, I feel like it is time I show Ashe the document I've prepared for our clear expected future successes. When you
Oh,
start
you've been
bringing
working
up,
on one too.
yeah, when you bring up, you know, outfitting people with them, we're like, well, I've been making some preparations in the background.
Oh, you
And-
too. That's good.
Yep, I will. I don't have a way to reveal it to the others. It's the Black Knight Company.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm unable to make it visible to the others, so you'll have
Right,
to.
let me do that. In players' journals, all players. Bop, bop.
I designed a foreign legion for rangers.
Ah, it's quite similar to what I was working on.
Ah, excellent. Want to go twinsies on units? I'll take the rangers, and you go for the other. Actually, what would be your specialty be for teaching?
Be sorcerers of some kind, but I was more looking to make a general unit rather than a specialized ranger corps.
I imagine Kate could help you put together a freeholders group.
It seems
Honestly,
more,
bard training is really, really useful in general.
Yeah.
And it seemed befittingly Ashe-like for you to have a unit that's very musically talented as well. Just like the Cassoid Legion.
I was not really. I mean, musically would work, but generally, the more unspecialized you can have it, the better.
Fair. Yeah, I wanted to
Music's
build up a
awesome.
nice group of elites. Someone that I could then, like lease family and like half land, that kind of thing to people. Give them positions that they can put into other military service with their expertise. You know, like
That is
elites that are
true.
getting officers training at the same time. That's my general plan.
It's just hard to find elites as it currently stands. Most of them are already at the fronts.
Yeah, no, I intend
Mhm,
to essentially train them from the ground up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense. I would do similar with sorcerer's training, but well,
That's
sorcery is a discipline that you have to be born into.
You could ask the Tome Knights if they've got a register of people who might be interested but haven't taken up the role. You'd be able to give them, rights to learn battle magic if you did that, wouldn't you?
Something of the like, yeah.
I can help people learn
you're
me too.
Yeah, you're a noble, so if you went to the Tome Knights. Oh, you do have yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Oh, that's right,
you're a noble sorcerer. You could actually make a patron band.
Yes.
That'd be
yes, I
fucking
could.
sick.
It would be really easy for Ashe to like use the Apple Dryad as a patron.
Yeah, I could do that. By the apple dryad, you mean like the one in the wildfire druid, or do you
Yeah.
mean
The one in your mom's
Yeah.
circle.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Alternatively, the Ashen Dragon herself might count as a patron, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She would hate that,
Yeah.
but it is factually true that she is of
It's
distinguished
factually
bloodline.
accurate.
Similarly, I
I
think
mean, if mom
Tori's mom also qualifies. But she's
listen,
in a
if
different
mom would
plane.
hate if mom hates like that sort of idea, like patronage with that sort of thing, Ashe wouldn't do that. He's a good boy.
Yeah, I was
Amelie,
pretty pleased when
incidentally,
I was putting this
is
together.
multi-classed into Sorcerer. You'll never guess which.
Ooh, that has some kind of moon-centric guess, but
Oh gee, let's see here. What is the specializations? Dragonair, Death Touch, Earthworm,
Sorcerer?
Starseer. Oh, probably Starseeker.
Yeah, she is a Star Seeker. See, she could get you the hookup. Ashe's mom or the Dryad, Tori's mom.
Can the tower itself be a patron? It makes
kind of
deals
is,
with people, doesn't it?
Sort of.
Yeah.
That's Amy's.
Yeah, like it literally is doing patronage.
That'd be neat.
Alternatively,
Hey, that'd
of course,
be a great.
one of the most famous patrons of all time is, of course, Galen's mom.
Yeah, true. Actually, it's one of the second most infamous patrons is his dad as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, that'd be great that'd be a great thing to do for the tower keeper. Just be a sorcerer and do gaze of two minds on your patrons as they wander out into the world.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, if
Well,
she's
yeah,
locked up
you've
there for
seen-
7
seen-
fucking years.
Thelia's
yeah,
eventual
working.
plan. She'll put the scroll away. I haven't had loads of copies of this made yet, but that's the eventual plan once we figure out the drought.
Yeah, that was part of my plan for winter, is to get that all started up and get them into training.
Fist bump.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'll hand it over if she greens her hidden links.
Hmm.
It should be good. I had all the writing double checked. I admittedly would put this together while I was capping off my literacy. kind of new to Arunan still.
That's pretty cool. Free ranger training and land.
Yep, that's the
And
plan.
spoils of war and everything else.
So I
Yeah,
take it that
I
means you're gonna
really.
go, like, fight north?
That's the eventual plan, yes.
That is the big plan.
Put an end to the drought. The Kraken has been dealt with, so that's nice. Tie up all of the land's issues in a neat little bow, and then secure ourselves a nice little point of land to begin effectively a nation. Eventually. Long way down the line.
You're better off starting as a city-state at this point.
That's the starting plan, but you know.
We'll see if you can get actually up to an empire.
Oh, one day.
You keep thinking that.
Are you,
She would just smile proudly.
ageless?
I know it. I'm not. Yeah, that's correct.
Just kind of peers at you for a moment. Sorry, I thought you were just a human. Like a half-elf?
She'll lift her hair away and reveal the pointed ears, but then as she lifts her hair away, it'll also do a little noodle around.
Nah!
Don't worry, they're harmless.
Guess that explains the blindfold.
Indeed, I am responsible.
Right. Yeah. Wish the snakes in the hills were like that.
So do I. I'm sure there are some out there, but, you know, they would be the ones quite in hiding.
Yeah, there's always, like, rumors about them, but you never really see them.
We're afraid of being a danger to others, but I can't really afford to sit around and be afraid of that future. Redemption won't come if we don't work for it. And the Forge
Redemption?
Lord yet still sees purpose in us. Yes, the
What'd you do?
reason Medusans weren't always able to petrify people by looking at them. That was an ironic divine punishment.
So the story is true. I guess you would know.
Yes. You'll probably meet her at some point, but my friend Alba awoke me from stone. I've been there for a very long, long time.
No, it's just
Yeah,
gonna
I'd quite
turn
like to
to
take my
Amelie.
homeland back.
You have very eclectic tastes. Amelie will just smirk at that.
Thelerien will shrug, which probably just makes Emily bounce.
Boing. Right, yeah, let's go.
Sure thing.
Yeah.
You can just leave.
Yeah.
Perhaps eventually the hallucinogen drug plants will regrow more hallucinogen drug cysts.
Yeah, come harvest
Maybe.
some. I think before we leave fully, I'm going to put up
Yay.
a sign in front of where the bubble begins. It just says,
yeah.
warning, one-way force field ahead.
Makes sense.
You know, don't want other adventurers to trip into that stuff.
Oh, yeah. As we're leaving the place and like getting back on the road. Say, Liana, since you're like a native of the Moosebarrow and Castle Grove area there, know anything about that beehive up a little bit to the north of it?
Yeah, sure. What do you want to know?
General disposition, how they are to the people around there. I've got some business up there that I want to take care of.
They're fine. We don't really see them a lot. They're reclusive, I guess. And sometimes we trade them for honey. They don't have smiths, I guess, so we will trade, metal goods, sometimes weapons even, for honey to help out with, cooking and stuff. But otherwise, they're I mean, they're pretty friendly. I've met a couple. I hear
That's
their
good.
queen is huge.
Yeah, like bigger than Tori, around the same size.
I mean, I wouldn't know exactly, but they always talk about her like she's a giant.
It would be nice if we could meet her.
No, you just might. I'd imagine if anyone in that hive has that magic item, it'll probably be her.
Magic item?
Yeah, I got word of something of a magic item of a set that is there.
Okay, cool. Well, I mean, it's not like you can't just go up to the hive and knock, I guess. Never tried, but I'm sure some people do.
That's the plan. At least it was, depending on how friendly they are.
Yeah, well, they're decent folk. I'm sure they won't, like, hurt you or anything.
Yeah. Good to know.
So, what's this magic item?
That I will have to keep silent on.
Oh. And I guess you saved me, so I can't be mad about me telling you stuff and you not telling me stuff, but...
I can at least tell you what it does. It supposedly is a facet of spell storing. Any more than that, I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm so wary about what else it stores, considering.
Considering what?
They're very bardic magic items.
Was it like a spell-storing dildo? Amelie walking beside her just looks horrified hearing that word come out of her daughter's mouth.
And here we were doing so well to avoid calling it that.
So it is a spell dildo.
Let's not
The
call
spill
it that
dough.
in front of like the teenager we have around here.
Don't worry, I wasn't teasing while she was in earshot. And please, we should really call it more of a spug, now that I think about it.
Please don't.
That sounds too much like a potato.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good way to use it in code.
Oh, I thought you were going somewhere super different with that.
I mean, it's certainly going somewhere, yes.
Spug is a funny
At
word.
some
I
point,
like.
I assume Ree catches an elbow.
Yeah, you catch my elbow.
Yep. Ow, my shin. I'm kidding.
Well, good luck with that. That sounds like fun. I mean, the spell storing part, not that...
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, I get it. I understand.
I personally probably won't be joining in on the Hornet diplomacy.
Well, I mean, it all depends on what they want in exchange for it. Hopefully, it's just like clearing out something or finding a monster that's been bothering them and getting rid of that.
If that's the case, I'm more than happy to help. I'm just worried that if I'm present, their request will be me.
That is fair. I can't say
Probably-
that hasn't happened in stories of Hornets in the past, that
Historically,
for-
yes. Yeah.
their goods and services, people usually carry eggs.
They'd look at me and
Well,
see I'm
I would
quite
do
a
that.
large
They're just
woman,
like-
and they'd be pretty sure I'd
Sounds easy
carry
enough.
so many of them. You'd be able to fit quite a lot. So I'm just going to avoid being part of that potential conversation.
Yeah,
If they ask for monster hunting, then you can bring me right along.
Yeah, I'm hoping to avoid carrying eggs.
Well, I do that.
You're already carrying so much, Tori.
I need
Well,
more. You
yeah,
might
but like
become
I
actually
can
immobile.
promise out future times.
Timeshares.
Kate's just gonna
Yeah.
cackle. We're
Use me like a condo.
preemptively whoring out Tori. All right.
A condo, sorry? What? I guess that is
Oh, I don't know if
temporary,
that would
permanent
translate.
accommodations. Yeah, I guess.
Arlene, meanwhile, is like giving you all the stink eye while she's distracting Tiana in the back of the party.
Fair.
Like I said, I wanted to avoid that.
I know that we will protect Tiana, it's very funny, but I'm thinking, like, God, I knew the fucking foulest language by the time I was like 12.
Yeah.
I made context-free dick jokes like crazy. Later on, older me was kind of
Yeah.
aghast, like, oh man, I said that around people.
Yeah, my 9-year-old sister knows what yacht means.
That's why.
That's just tragic.
It's
That's the
I'm
saddest
not
thing I've
saying
ever
it's
heard in my life.
great, but she
That's
knows.
fucking wow.
Yeah, that's why Ashe is trying to avoid directly calling it those things in these conversations. Apparently,
no
for
wonder,
lack of words.
America's doomed.
Hey, I just said I'm willing to hold eggs.
I know.
So, after about another day or so, you guys will arrive in the quaint little village of Moosebarrow.
Yay.
Excellent.
It is indeed a small little farming and hunting community nestled in the mountains. There's only a handful of buildings in there, and none of them look like particular public houses or shops. Just see windmills, farms, one small vineyard as promised, and some horse grazing land.
Oh no, this is nostalgic.
The
Very
Honorable
good.
smile proudly.
That's so quaint.
It's nice, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I spent
Seems
more
like
than
a
a
really
few
nice
years
area.
living in essentially what would have been a cottage on the border of a town like this.
Amelie will sigh. That sounds lovely.
It was a whole lot, and then, God, what was it? Something crashed into it.
Probably
Had
a
a
monster.
it was a monster. I'm trying to remember what one. Lion face, snake tail,
Chimera?
chimera. Yes, chimera. Came charging into my house while I was asleep. It had been chasing sheep from a nearby field for about 2 miles for the fun of it. I
Tiana
was
will
not
gasp.
best pleased.
Poor sheep.
Yes, very poor sheep. They were very, very, I would say, very chill sheep.
Did you save them?
You managed to kill it?
Yes, I did save the sheep.
Tiana looks as happy as you've ever
Yay.
seen her.
They had quite interesting coloring as well, because a lot of the sheep would graze on quite, I guess I would call them red oats, and very like dark red corn, stuff like that. If you've never tried red corn, very nice, makes very interesting baked goods. But they'd eat a lot of that, and it brought this like nice pinkish tinge to a lot of their wool. Not, bright pink sheep, but still, it was very nice to see.
Tiana will think on that a moment, put up a finger. That reminds me of the purple sheep.
Oh, there are purple ones too.
The purple sheep?
Yeah, we saw one being carried off by, I guess, Centaur raiders once, near the border. I was with my
Oh, that's a
dad on a
shame.
scouting party. We never found out where they came from.
Well, Knowing our luck, we'll
Maybe
probably
we can
find a
find
herd of
him.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would find a purple sheep.
Telly,
Yes.
that specific type comes from a family called, I think it's either jewel or rainbow corn.
We called it Rubycorn.
Yeah, it's either jewel corn or rainbow corn. It's quite the original is a mixture of many colors there, I think, and they've been separating them into the various types of colors over time. So now they got them in all manners.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. I could probably point out on a map where our village was. It was on like a particularly nice shallow river area. We called it the Rubicon Village because of its ruby corn. Ah, you beat me to the joke.
Leon will get her map out. Like, whereabouts?
I used to be in a little woodside cottage village here on the north of a natural spring river, kind of terminated into a lake that I don't think exists anymore, judging by the fact that it's not there on the map. The Rubicon Village. So we had ruby corn.
We can find it.
Yeah, there is a distinct lack of lakes up in the north there, isn't there?
There are a lot of them because there's lots of mountains nearby and decent elevation. There are all sorts of springs, but most of them go into the ocean these days. But yeah. Quite a lot of elevated land around there. I put that river on the hex the purple sheep come from. Woo!
That is some fucking same brain bullshit. What the hell?
Sorcery.
No, look, clearly it just means that the purple sheep used to be the red sheep. The corners just
Yeah.
changed color from red to purple.
Yeah. Like, there's a thing right there.
Wow.
The fuck?
Sometimes it's just how it be. Yeah, I used to have a little cottage there on the edge where the forest gets thicker. There was less stream there, but I had a nice little quiet spot. Yeah, then Chimera smashed through it. Decided to go back to hunting after that.
No, this is better than the pastor one I had to go through.
Yeah, no kidding. Gives you a pat on the back. Yeah, same. Rubicon Village was a lot like this.
Well, maybe it's still there. Some people still live on that side of the river. Not like a lot, but I mean, well, there's lots. There's just orcs, but some normal people.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And they'll
I
live
can
there
always
again.
hope.
As soon as we can reclaim the area.
Unfortunately, my memory's foggy on lots of split details. I'd like to think I had the wherewithal to, leave behind supplies and stuff, but it was just a small village. I don't think I would have. I'd like to find where my house used to be, though. You never know if I'll find some old artifact. Not artifact,
Yeah.
art piece, essentially.
Reminders and stuff.
Yeah. As you might expect, I
Old
did a lot
things.
of, just did a lot of statue work back then. And I had my own garden full of it.
Maybe you'll find that anklets you were looking for.
I'd be amazed if they ended up there, but I can always hope. The bracelet certainly turned up in unexpected places.
Well, magic is as magic does.
Yeah, it'd be funny if the anklets walked back to your home.
The anklets, magic is magic, yeah. It could well have happened. Maybe a sheep absconded with them.
Oh yeah, the wisest of all sheep. Maybe he was the purple sheep, the royal sheep.
The royal. I mean, purple is a very royal color.
It just has nothing. It's just been grinding.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll walk on into Moosebarrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll offer to show you around. But I think I'm just going to call a session there and we can explore Moosebarrow next time.
Sounds good to me.
Well,
I
early
would like to make
session.
myself a
Yeah,
cup of tea
sure.
personally. Get me headphones off.
Alright.
How much time has it gone since Tower?
A day and a half.
Since the
Been
tower,
2
like,
days, I think.
it's like a day, 2 days.
Wasn't it? It was it was a full 2 because we went.
Yeah,
in
right, so-
Instead of
2 days.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
Since tower.
2 days at most.
Yes. Have 1 day here. It'll be done
Wait,
by
hold
the
on.
following.
Today's the 30th. Did you guys get here on fucking Halloween?
We might have.
Hold on. I
Might
must
have.
consult the calendar.
boy.
Oh
Very
no, it was
close to it.
yesterday.
Yeah.
You guys missed Halloween because you went to the drug den. Ah, that's
And
a
we
shame.
didn't go on it. We found it, so we had to go in there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you had to go
If we
go in
didn't-
it, but yeah, you
Yeah. If we
you did
we
miss
wouldn't have saved
Halloween.
Liana.
Tragic.
It's fine. We already fought the fucking headless horseman earlier in this campaign.
Yeah, you'll just see a bunch of pumpkins lying around.
Hey, look, that just means that there's lots of cheap pumpkin pie postseason.
That is true. And yeah, as
Pumpkins
you
are free.
come into the
Yeah.
town, you can all see that like this place is wet and green, and the people here don't look emaciated and miserable, which is a like remarkable change of
Yep.
pace.
Mhm.
Well, I don't think you've been in the
And,
direction to really see it yet. Like past these hills, there is vast farmland, which not great land, but is heavily irrigated, coming out of these rivers.
Yeah, I remember they said that it was a good spot of land that they famously put a lot of irrigation into before there was even a drought. Like they probably didn't even need to irrigate back then, but I'm fucking bet they're glad they did.
Bet they're glad they did. This area and then not Three Oaks, but like Taylor Town or anything like that have that sort of thing going on.
Yeah, Taylor Town's just like right on a freshwater lake that's quite huge.
Yeah.
Anyway, so did you explore an interesting location? Yeah, the drug den.
Yeah.
You can mark in
Yep,
Moosebarrow next
absolutely.
time because you haven't explored it. Discover an
Makes
interesting
sense.
truth about the world.
Rhizium can consolidate in mushrooms and create a hallucinogenic high.
Yeah.
Close enough. Did you
Quite.
advance or complete a quest?
I don't
Really think so.
think
No.
so.
Get to
And-
Moosebarrow. What's the...
Once
That's
again,
just
Oh
a
no!
goal
Wait,
we had.
Not a
It's not a
quest.
quest.
we found the golden heart.
Oh shit, you're right.
Oh,
I
Actually,
mean,
yeah.
you
That's a good
found
point.
it, but you didn't. Well, yeah, I guess that advances it. Sure. All right.
That
fair
was
enough.
our whole goal for
Yeah.
that one, really, because I was like, I don't want to hunt this thing.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
fair enough. You
I
just
did
you just
wanna
want
see
to
it.
behold the golden deer.
Absolutely. Fairly
It's not
We
like
fun.
really
probably
had-
should have warned him that people were hunting him, but
Not like we really
Still,
had a
I think
chance
he
to
knows.
get with it. He
Yeah.
kind of just said his piece and
He's a-
then just kind of fucked off.
He's a deer.
Yeah, apparently
Everyone's
he can
hunting him all the
teleport,
time. That's just the natural state of
Yeah.
being. He's a prey animal. Did you protect the people of Iona from a deadly threat? Yes, you saved Liana from starving to death in a mountain.
Hell yeah. my daughter-in-law.
Alright, did you instigate lasting change in the world at large or the life of a companion?
Yeah, we saved Lady.
Yeah, we
Yama with
saved
Dog.
Lady
You
Yama.
just
My daughter-in-law.
counted that in.
Can't-
You just doubled
I
it.
know.
his name.
Okay.
Let's see.
I don't think so, really.
Okay,
Yeah.
get
Not
to...
really.
Galen has to
think
go
Galen's
through the
starting to
Yeah,
whole-
know.
we gave Galen a one-way trip to seeing God.
That is not a lasting
Steve, 40
change,
kids.
unfortunately.
That's not last. He does that.
He has
on a
already
daily
forgotten
basis.
everything that happened.
Yeah, we stopped it from being a lasting change because we saved him from getting addicted or
Alright,
dead.
so 4 XP, everybody.
Oh, are we
Happy to
done?
take it.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Means-
Yeah.
Oh, what did I
Doing
miss?
a nice clean.
We made it to.
Yeah, we made it to Moosebarrow
Moosebarrow,
and
and
had a
then
chat
we
about
just,
sheep.
like chatting about sheep. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Corn.
Skow and Savin did the brain cell thing.
Yeah.
Brain cell?
I made
Putting
a reference to pink sheep being a thing because they ate lots of ruby corn in a place called the Rubicon Village, and then it was Tiana who said it. Or was it Liana?
Liana.
Somebody said
Liana,
there was
sorry,
purple
yeah,
sheep.
said that there were purple
Yeah.
sheep, and I went, oh,
That's-
maybe
yeah.
they, a similar breed or they're from the same strain. Heck, I could show you where Rubicon Village is on the map, and I drew it basically on top of the point of the map where Savin had planned to put the purple sheep.
Yeah, I
Just
just
fucking
went into the GM
completely
layer. I
out
was
my
like, "Hey,
ass.
look, there's a wizard
Yeah,
tower
literally
right next to
one
it."
square away.
Yep.
I feel like I've seen her before.
Sister Ines? Yes, we have.
Yep.
Yes, I don't remember where.
We have also seen Sir Vigobert. There
Yes, you
he
saw
is.
Vigor on the at the tournament. I don't think you saw Sister Inez. Might have used her token arc before. Generic cleric.
Maybe.
No, I
that's-
really remember Sister Ines by that name as well.
This is a Trigod priestess. Do we see her like on the Coral Island?
I feel like, yeah, that might have been her.
No, that was Sister Shauna of the Nephrian
Why
Temple.
did we see Sister
not
Ines?
the-
Because we like, even by that name, I feel.
That's not the same art as was used for the demon lady last campaign, was it?
No,
Oh.
No.
Maybe I'm thinking of that person.
don't think so. I don't know. Maybe you have. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, I
There's a
feel like
Sister
I've
Ines here.
seen. Yeah,
Mhm.
I feel like I've seen her by that exact name. Like I saw that, I was like, she was so familiar to me. I was like, oh, we've met this one as well. I'll have to see.
And no party goals were attained this session.
Alas.
Oh,
Yeah. Hey,
None that were actually changed,
I
really.
didn't fucking set any. I didn't care. As far as Thelerien's concerned, she hasn't really cultivated a goal yet. We're just in transit.
We're in.
Yeah, it's the transit part. Remember, it's like, oh, we're just gonna cross this mountain and get here, and then we can start doing things. My ass, we spent like 90% of the session in a fucking hole in the ground.
As one does.
Yeah, I mean
Okay.
that doesn't stop you from like making a goal.
It just means you fulfill the next session.
Changers back to reach Igniferus.
Yeah, but even the simplest of goal of get to Moosebarrow would have not.
a 2-day in-game journey. Nope.
Yeah,
sorry.
Hey, no,
would've
you made it to
achieved
Moosebarrow. You could have scored that
you
in.
would have
We did,
achieved it.
actually.
Yeah, barely.
Yeah,
got
I
to
mean barely.
Moosebarrow.
And really, it's
Barely, you
short
still
session,
got there.
but
Still, yeah.
anyway, if you're watching on the stream, thanks for
But-
tuning in. We will see you on Thursday for Warhammer. Till then, adios and do take care.